Yes, I want to start recording. I have desktop audio. We have our opening screen. And then we will transition to this. Hello and welcome to Threats from Mirkwood, the company of the Whiskey Drinking Bear. This is our ongoing campaign of the Darkening of Mirkwood by Cubicle 7. I am your lore master, Garrett. And let's have everybody introduce themselves and their characters for new listeners who are joining us as they discover the joy of the game of the One Ring. We'll start with Mary.
I'm Lorith, the Ranger. Lorith, daughter of Círdan.
Yep. And George?
George is playing Thror Flamestrike, elf friend, ambassador, and now prince of Erebor.
Yeah. Ella Brimborn.
I'm Mike. I'm playing Ella Brimborn, the basically kind of bard lore master of Mirkwood. I am a servant of Thranduil and Lord Legolas.
And Steve?
Hi, I'm Steve, a.k.a. the New Guy, and I am playing Grimbold, who is an wandering outcast rider of Rohan, and he has kind of tripped his way into the current party. So,
yeah, we've had problems with our streaming and broadcasting for the last couple episodes. So, who would like to bring us up to date of what's happened over the last couple of sessions?
Not me.
Mary takes the fifth, and she has good reasons to not to do that. Guys? George, you take great notes.
Normally I do. I think the last adventure, I primarily was singing, dancing, and entertaining with my...
You were wedding the entire episode.
That's right. It was actually Oktoberfest, not a wedding, but anyway.
Oh, well.
But yes, I did meet Grimby, Gumball. Who found himself in trouble once he arrived at the at Elrond's at Rivendell, and it was uninvited, but fortunately he brought with him Lorith so that she could be rescued from being attacked,
from being dead.
Yes, and fortunately for our new companion, we have supported him and have now asked him to join our fellowship of the Whiskey Drinking Bear. And in so doing, we have to keep an eye on him so that he does not tell others about the locale of Rivendell. Outside of that, I'm trying to. My memory is hazy from all the singing and dancing.
It's pretty close.
Mike, what else happened?
All Ella Brimborn can he can recite what he said when they met their new friend from Erebor, south of the Misty Mountains Pass, spread rolling seas of green grass, traversed by blue arteries of water, call forth northern horns to their fathers. Here lies Eredis, the court of the horse lords. The show-born white waters cross its fords. Two lines of kings have ruled in the Golden Hall, built from the horde of Scatha's fall. Here knights, not mere fighters, stand, who love to hear the song of their king's command. The shadow is subtle in the Rittermark. It reaches, may taint, deeper than Mirkwood's dark.
Very cool. And that reminds me of the quality of your work as far as all of your journal keeping and also your songs, Mike, has fleshed out our Obsidian Portal page, which you don't have access to right now, unfortunately. But I shared that with the new Facebook group of the Lore Keepers, a group dedicated to helping people learn to run the One Ring, and it got very high marks for being the excellent resource for new lore masters to look at to learn how to run and play a One Ring game.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And I was hoping people would steal my poetry and use it in their games, and if they want to refer to Celebrimborn, that's great. If not, no big deal.
That would be cool.
But,
make it like a living campaign.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, with everyone. So I trying to try the Silmarillion, the Hobbit, Lord of Rings, and Cubicle 7 into our home game and make us seem worthy overall as well. So the only other thing that Celebrimborn remembers is he met this beautiful young elf maiden, Arwen, I believe, and he tried to offer her a badge to become a junior party member of the Company of the Whiskey Drinking Bear, and that badge unfortunately got returned by her father to him later on, Elrond. Apparently, Elrond's not too keen on wood elves. I can understand dating his daughter, so. But that was what it was going on.
Celebrimborn was trying to go straight for Nando on her.
Right, but Celebrimborn was very concerned with Lorith. Lorith had been taken down by the trolls and was in the care of Lady Arwen and the elves of Rivendell, and she was recovering. And Celebrimborn felt very guilty because he had gone on. His good friend Lorith had after meeting her father and his kin, had told him to go on, and so he went back to meet the Brandybucks at the edge of Mirkwood in their new inn there. Meanwhile, Lorith was getting torn apart by trolls, and he felt guilty when he found out this and tried to rush to her aid, and was very upset about things and was screaming for more, like, warm towels and hot water and that kind of stuff to help her along.
Until he met Arwen.
Well, see, that Lorith doesn't know that Celebrimborn met. That's metagaming.
No.
Celebrimborn knows he met Arwen, and that he was rushing to Lorith's side, and it was like the record screeched in the club when he saw Arwen, and he stopped. But then he knew where his love for his companion fell over him, and he went to Lorith's side immediately after thanking the Lady Arwen for taking good care of his friend. I'm sure that's the only reason why he stopped to talk to her. So, just to thank her. We also had to speak for our new friend in front of Elrond because I guess Elrond was very upset that a man had come from
the outside,
from the Horse Lords, and come in as an uninvited guest, and it's kind of a criminal offense, and Lorith and Celebrimborn had to speak on his behalf so that Grimbald would not necessarily be taken prisoner.
That's my second criminal offense in 2 years, by the way. with two different regions. So doing well.
Oh yeah, also since we played, I got a wonderful birthday gift from Mary. I got the Adventurer's Companion for the One Ring.
Nice.
Sweet.
And there are some things in there that are very nice. And if you get the PDFs for it, I will give you access to some of these things that you can take instead of virtues and valor things.
I have it on PDF.
You have the PDF? Cool.
Yep.
There is a expanded mastery on page 112, which gives you bonus dice where you basically get to roll an extra dice and take the best of whatever your skill is in. So it gives you like an extra roll, and you drop the lowest one. So that's something that you guys can look at too. And there is also the new calling and taking courage. You can take as your character if you feel like it as your calling as leader. So I will let that all come into play if you wish. Things as you can continue your journeying.
Ah, yes.
I remember
Expanded masteries.
Yep. Yes, Lorith has memories.
I accidentally, while I was going to talk to somebody, I accidentally...
Oh my god!
happened upon Arwen and a certain ranger in a quiet moment, and she fairly well hissed at me, and I am now officially on her shit list.
That is true.
Because no one's supposed to know about that. Not that I've told anybody about it, but the audience in general needs to know that now Arwen, who so tenderly cared for me, hates my guts.
Hate is such a harsh word.
You're right, she just wishes that she'd let me die. Because I saw something that, in a place where, you know, anybody could accidentally walk into and blah, blah, blah. So, I think she's a little indiscreet, and also, maybe she's not quite as wise as they all say she is.
Yeah, see, Ella Bremore was just trying to throw her cover, too, as well, but, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I believe you told me that we should try and split them up so we can each date the broken. You know, yeah. That's
right.
What,
exactly. Exactly.
Right.
I thought that. Right. Exactly. You are correct. I forgot that part. So
yeah.
You're supposed to date Aragorn, and I'm supposed to date Arwen.
He's too old for me.
This is like. I mean, this is like we're best buds. Like, you know, like I'm your wingman.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing.
Yeah, I had that crush when I was an 8-year-old. It's done.
I'm still in love with Aragorn myself, so.
Wait.
Legolas is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. And from there, I believe you made your way back to Erebor.
I think so, because, you know,
Yes,
our mission is to our mission is to meet with Ceawin, the leader of Sunsteed, in southeast Mirkwood, and Erebor was supposed to commission a masterwork helm for us so that we could. Yeah, but it was supposed to be called like the Helm of Peace.
No.
Okay.
You were given the mission.
Okay.
Which I have open right here.
We're supposed to watch out for Bolfrey, son of Bolfer.
Mm-hmm. So the gift for the dead is ready by the end of summer. It is a magnificent steel helmet inlaid with gold, made after the fashion of Northmen. It is carved with images of heroes, and 2 golden trees grow on the cheek guards, their branches twining overhead in an arch over the brow of the wearer. Mounted directly above the brow is a glittering green gem, and its crest is made of fine horsehair. This is easily worth 8 points of treasure.
What are we supposed to transport it in?
That is up to you. You were to transport it. Your only things we've been told is to transport it to Ceawin at the East Bight.
Well, it's
as
pretty
far
big,
as
right?
it's a helm.
Yes.
So it's a pretty big. It's a big helm. It's a big helm with a head. Yeah. And the east bite is down here where I'm clicking on the map.
Yeah. The east bite where we meet Dwight.
No, Dwight is not there. You will meet Ceawin.
Sorry. Well, while we're in Erebor, can we pick up a big leather box that we can carry it in?
I believe it is no problem getting a big leather box.
Do we want to travel by horse down there?
What's
Make a travel roll, everybody, to see about that route.
Or there's
Gone-
the river.
Pretty close to the journey that you made to Ceawin when you fought the battle there.
There's a river. The river does not run south, I would assume, because the barrels in the Hobbit went from Mirkwood there, so we'd be going
Right.
against the river.
If you see the map, the long lake runs down and it branches off southeast towards Ceawin. So you could take the river down out to there, but then you'd be going by foot from here on down to out here, down here into here.
So we roll the 12.
Ella Brimborn got a 16 travel with a Tengu.
16, you can make good speed going down river with the long river out to here again, but then you would be going on foot down into here to Sunsteed.
So,
Should we do a lore roll first?
This is what the travel roll is for.
Okay. All right.
I got a 14 on my travel roll.
14? Okay.
Grimbold.
you roll the d12 and then the number of sixes that you have in your skill, right?
Yes.
Game to game. We played a different game last night. Okay, I have a 15.
15, that's good. You know the route. From the work of all of it, you have taken a day off of your travels based on the knowledge that you have about the different areas, your memories of traveling down to this area when you were going to Ceawin. And without further ado, you have Fellowship Pool, 2 for your Ranger, 1 for the Elf, 1 for the Dwarf, and 1 for the Rider of Rohan. There's your Fellowship Pool.
And do we want to choose focuses?
Yes, who is your focus in this area?
Well, it's got to be, since I brought it up, I'm picking Lorith.
It's Lorith, okay.
Yeah.
Lorith, who do you choose to be your Fellowship focus?
The newbie.
Okay.
And,
Grimbald.
Grimbo.
and I will do Ella Brimboard.
Ella Brimborn for Thor.
And I did roll a 17.
Okay, you all did well. Makes me pull out the dice again. Not the dice, the poker chips.
Did we want to take a side trip to Rohan?
Do we have time?
God forbid.
Rohan is
You're back.
considerable
I can hear you.
distance away from where you're headed.
Yeah.
You would be overshooting.
I don't want to go to Rohan, I'll tell you that much.
You sure? I thought that was your home.
Yes, but I cannot return at yet. I must
Okay.
return a hero.
A hero. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way I can face my Yoro.
Well,
Very
you
good.
escaped the elves' imprisonment.
I know.
That's
I'm
heroic.
Like I said, I'm an outlaw in 2 regions now.
you saved Lorith. That's being a hero.
I got a 5-year contract out of it.
Okay. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to take the horses all the way, or do you want to take the river part of the way and walk the rest?
Obviously, I am most comfortable on a horse.
I think the horses would be wise.
Thor and Ella Brimborn?
Yeah, horses are good with me.
I prefer to walk, but but if everyone else is riding, I'll do my best. I'll bring my extra tall heels.
You could probably ride in front of Ella Brimborn.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
That will work.
Elves are light. They're lightweight.
Excellent.
Okay.
I have a tendency to fall off the horses.
So you have made your travel dice. You each succeeded. That's 5 dice. So 5 chips. You can spend one of these during your travel rolls, or if a hazard appears. What rolls traveling do you want to take? Who wants to be lookout? Which is for someone with a high awareness.
That's a good point.
Ella Brimborn's got a 2.
I have a 3 awareness now, so
It's one of you two then.
Lorith has a 3.
Well, I can be the back, the back end lookout. You know the. Well, actually, since you're bigger and stronger, maybe you should be the. You know. But
normally I've been the
way,
guide.
One of us behind and one of us in front is probably good.
I've normally been the guide because I get the extra feat die roll and I have 3 in travel.
Okay, well then do that. You be the head.
Okay.
And I'll be the end.
Okay.
Okay.
You just want to watch our rear ends. I get it.
Nice.
Who wants to be the hunter?
Well, from what I understand now, you might be talking about my butt instead of her watching. Hers watching us.
I'm an elf, man. I got long hair. You never know.
Well, you seem to have a crush on Airborne.
Yes.
You got a tiny butt. Floor's got the big butt.
Right.
Yeah, we
cannot lie.
A while. I'm pulling this up.
And he cannot lie.
Fellowship phase, fundamental characteristic skills, some virtues, life and death. Journey 152.
Okay.
For those of you who listen to my numbers as I quote pages, I have the old slipcase edition, which has been deemed a little outdated, but I love it and it's what I use. So...
What are the roles? Just don't ask who's going to be this. Tell us all.
There's Hunter.
There is the guide.
Yes.
The scout.
The scout.
The huntsman.
The huntsman.
And the lookout.
And the lookout. What's the difference between the scout and the lookout?
Scout, you are looking for the path.
Oh, okay. And so what's
what's
the guide?
ahead?
Isn't that the person looking for the path? This seems like
the guide is
this seems like 3
responsible for decisions such as when the group should stop for a rest and how to manage your food reserves.
Oh, that's got to be the guide?
Yep, that's the guide. That requires a good travel skill.
There you go.
Who's got a good travel skill?
I got a 3.
Oh, you're a 3 now too? So
yeah.
So I've got a 3 for travel, and then we have our elven cloaks, so that gives us 2 feat die.
Right.
So,
well,
but I'm not.
So
I'm not a good hunter. That's the only thing I'm
I
not
can be
good.
the hunter.
Okay.
Somebody
Then
needs
I'll
to
be the
scout, a guide, and a lookout. I thought we had the lookout. Not the guide is different than what we thought, right? The
yes.
Guide is,
the guide
so
is project manager.
What we'd already got was the lookout, not the guide.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
it doesn't matter to me. I can be the guide or the lookout. What are you good at?
Somebody who's got good awareness needs to be the lookout.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve, what are you best at?
Oh, athletics. And
How about between travel, explore, hunting, and awareness, Steve?
let's see, hunting. Nope. Awareness is 2. No, awareness is 1. And what's the other one?
Explore and travel.
I don't have a
Travel
I only have
2.
2 in travel.
Explore 1.
Explore and travel. But I've got a 3 in hunting and a 3 in awareness.
Well, there you go.
So I'll do awareness. You do hunting, Laura,
Okay.
and then
And I'll do travel. And Steve will do explore.
Yeah. Ella Brimborn seems like he'd be the project manager.
Yeah, he's kind of a busybody.
I didn't say that.
And he's got and we all know it's canon. He has like a couple chests here now after drinking in the tavern. So.
All right, so you'll set out from Erebor. You will be traveling 120 miles over moderate terrain through wild lands in the summer. This journey is going to take you 8 days. So everybody must make 2 travel tests at difficulty TN 16.
16. Oh. Okay.
Lost one. As I'm reconnecting on
automatic success. Excellent.
11, 22.
3 and a 5 doesn't matter. You got an automatic success. Make a second roll.
Yeah. And I got a Sauron.
I have Sauron.
Yes.
Excellent.
I got an automatic success and an automatic failure.
Well, it evens out.
Yes.
I roll random for on my table here for this. Okay.
Okay. And what about hunting rolls?
Don't worry about that. Well, I'll come back later.
Why do I have a feeling you're going to be making me catch the black squirrels that taste really bitter?
I assume that you got plenty of food from Erebor for your journey, so you're not just starting out from the middle of nowhere.
No, but if we see some likely birds in this, overhead, I might stop and pull out my bow.
Okay, Grimbald, how'd you do?
What was I doing? Because I had my lost my.
Make 2 travel rolls.
Okay.
You want to get a 16 on them.
All right.
20 and 22. Ella Brimborn is having no problem riding gallantly through this journey.
9, 5, 14. I got a 17, and I got a. That's not good. I got a Sauron.
I have Sauron. Excellent. Let's roll on our table yet again. Okay.
I got a 22 with a great success, and then a Gandalf.
Excellent. So you guys are doing well, and we just have a few things to get through. So, as you are traveling, there you come upon the upper march, going through the upper marches, which you're traveling through is east enough of the mountains so that the coldness and ash of the wastes to the north blow into the land. The ardent fertile lands become tainted by strong cold winds carrying reddish ash from the wastes. Along your journey you pass many homesteads, some farming, some herding cattle or sheep. And after the rally to recruit hands to fight against the Gibbet King's army, the farmers are mostly keeping to themselves. Some, however, fly the banner of Dale and cheer at your party as you travel south. The patriotism is very exciting and lifts your spirits. Some farmers' daughters sing songs of the victory at Ceawin. The high point of your journey occurs as you camp, and you see fireworks exploding high overhead. One takes the shape of a dwarf hammer, another an anvil. What do you do? You're basically in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a very nice, lush field, and suddenly you're seeing a dwarven fireworks show, not being put on from not too far away from you.
Okay. I'm doing oohs and ahs.
Maybe the scout should go and see what's happening.
Sounds good. I will venture forth since it's dwarven fireworks, and
you're good with fire too.
I am. So I will.
All right, make a TN 16 stealth check.
If you get into trouble, once like a barn owl and twice like a screech owl.
There you go. All right, a Gandalf with a great success.
Excellent. So you travel about half a mile to this camp, and you see a large caravan of wagons circled around a bonfire. You hear numerous dwarves cheering and raising a mug of ale, excited by the next firework that goes off. It looks like a wonderful time.
If they look friendly, I'll go ahead and make myself known and step forward.
Are you sneaking in, or are you going in?
No. I'll go in as normal.
You can do the Bjorn, or the Gandalf thing. What he did with Bjorn is just say that there's only you in the party, but then you keep on doing whistles and calling us from the darkness. And there's another one popping up.
So I'll head towards someone who looks like they're friendly.
Okay. They're very surprised to see somebody emerge out of nowhere on that. And goes, "Aye, what are you doing out here? What brings you?"
Hi there. Just passing through, and I saw your beautiful fireworks, and I couldn't help but come and see more.
They're the finest. Our prince learned a few things about working from the Grey Pilgrim.
Ah, the Grey Pilgrim. Very nice. I believe I know the same Grey Pilgrim. If we're
you
speaking
do?
of the
Then
same person.
you should meet our prince. Come, sit over here.
Ah, very good.
And he goes, "Thorin, come over here." And you see your brother-in-law.
Ah, Thorin. It is I, Thror.
And
How are you?
he is not happy to see you. You are in an encounter. He favors valor. So what is your valor?
My valor is a 4.
4, okay. +1 for each dwarf, 5. So you are you have a tolerance of 5 before you end the encounter. How do you approach and start the conversation with Thorin?
I obviously stepped forth, and he obviously recognized me, and I tried to appease him by bowing low to him, and the fact that he is Prince of Erebor, and thank him for allowing me to come to his village. I guess I'm assuming this is his location, or is it just a temporary hold?
This is a camp.
A camp. Okay.
This is Dane's son, Thorin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You messed me up. Yeah.
So
That makes
Thorin,
sense.
I bow low and I greet him and wish him well, and pardon my intrusion, but I was noticing the fireworks and felt I should come over and see what was happening.
Make a courtesy roll.
All right, courtesy roll it is.
And 14.
14. I have a 3. And very nice. 19 and 3, a 22 with a great success.
Nice.
22 with a great success. Excellent.
Yeah.
He's amused and goes, "Aye, it's so good to see my brother-in-law know his proper place when visiting the camp of the son of Dane."
Oh yes, my respect for you is very great, Thorin. I know how important you are and what you mean to my wife and your sister.
He gets red in the face when you mention your wife.
Of course he does.
No one wants to think of their sister like that.
I offer that may I join your camp this evening, and would you be offended if I brought forth some of my companions?
No, of course not. The more the merrier. We're having a celebration as we're traveling to Erebor.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
catch that.
We're traveling to Erebor.
Yeah, I said we're traveling.
Ah, very good. We've
not
just
there.
come from Erebor, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and wave in my companions.
You wave in the companions? Certainly.
Mm-hmm. I whistle.
We
Caca.
break up what camp we had and come along.
Okay. Thorin looks at Lorith and goes, "Aren't you going to introduce the fair lady to me?"
Of course, Thorin. Pardon my manners. And I introduced Lorith, the ranger, and a companion of my fellowship. And she has
She bows very
saved
low.
my life more than once. And she's a fine with a bow.
She isn't involved with the elf, is she?
Unfortunately, our elf has not been involved too closely with many women these days.
That's how the elf goes, huh?
I live a solitary life.
He's still a good friend of mine, and he too has saved my life.
Hang on 1 second, George. Lorith is speaking.
Oh, she says,
Sure.
I live a solitary life outside of the general companionship of my friends here, my lord.
Make a
She
courtesy
bows
rose
Extremely low.
with a
She
EN
bows, not
of
curtsies.
10.
Okay, what's courtesy? Oh, well, that's good because I don't have much. Oh, mother puss bucket. Well, I got 7 with a tango.
Okay. Kind of a coarse one is no over there, isn't there? Not of royalty, I take it. Though
No,
I've
but
been meaning to talk to you, Thror. I am not happy with this marriage between you and my sister.
why would you be so displeased with our marriage?
Because like your female companion here, you are not of royalty. You are not of a royal line, and you are frankly not worthy of my sister.
But my blood does have a tinge of nobility to it. As my, I believe one of my aunts was a cousin somewhere in the line. I forget what I wrote.
I'm not very convinced by that.
No, I'm just trying to remember what it was.
You're boring me with these.
My great grandmother was
excuses.
kin to Farron's wife. Farron was the grandfather of Balin, Dwalin, Oin, and Gloin.
You're still boring me with these.
I apologize.
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
Perhaps we can. I am open to listening.
If your female human friend here, during the night, spends time with me, I'll forgive you of your transgressions and invading our household.
Is he speaking to him in front of me, or are we at the side? I mean,
It's right in front of you.
So I drop.
It's really that. Yeah,
I
it's really
drop
that
my-
simple.
I drop my helm, and I'm pretty upset by his act, and I drop my helm of awe, and I strike fear in him by chanting that, "How dare you treat another in such a fashion? Your nobility does not give you the right to treat others in such a way. Take back what you have said and treat others fairly, or we will not be friends."
Make an arrow.
how
Will
cute
do.
is he?
All right.
Pretty cute for a dwarf. He's a dwarf prince.
Well, you might like him anyway, but
Yeah, I don't think.
This is a TN 18 on account that he is indeed son of Dane.
I rolled 2 6s and
Extraordinary.
a
Father told me
10,
to
so
get-
that's 16 and 6, a 22 with extraordinary. Yeah.
Whoa. Brother, you're taking things wrong. I don't mean for anything carnal. I just want to have a meal, to dance, to talk.
Ah,
I have not had time to be myself in front of a fairer gender.
I lift my helm. So apologies. I mistook what you had stated. So I will ask Lorith if she is open to spending time with you tonight and entertain with your best meal and wine.
And I will sing for you.
I don't think you were invited. I love Rimbo.
Lorith, what do you say?
On one condition.
Any condition, milady.
And she puts her arm wrestle first.
Aye, I like a strong lass. All right, make an athletics roll. Opposed.
Can I use a
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes. I knew what you were going to ask for.
Yes. All right.
Fellowship point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
Fellowship point.
I rolled 1 4, but the rest are all 5s and 6. All right, I rolled 10, 26 with the Tengu.
21
Nice.
Tengu here. You beat him.
Wow.
Now
We're
that
all like,
is a strong lady. He goes, let's have music. And the dwarves start playing a rowdy percussion song on their drums and on their recorders. And goes, will you dance with me, little lady?
I take off my cloak, my helm, my bow, my sword. I'll leave my knife, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My greaves. Okay. I'll put a little pile.
Okay, make an athletics roll for how well you keep up with Thorin.
Okay.
This all goes back to D20 Radio with Brev's dance challenge.
Luckily for me, I pumped up my athletics so that I have 3 in it. So let's see, that's 23 with the Tengu.
The music gets faster and faster, more intense, and Thorin has no problem keeping up with it. And surprisingly to him, you have no problem keeping up, even perhaps doing better than him. Make a courtesy roll for how kind of flourishes you're doing.
16 with the Tengu.
He is very impressed by the end of the dance and says, come, you must be hungry from your travels. Bring us food.
And thirsty.
Bring wine. And they huge casks of wine, and also
is it
plates of
Dorwinian wine?
In fact, it is Dorwinian wine. They've encountered the friend that you met.
Nice.
So, he makes a point of feeding you the food.
It's delicious, but you never know when you may need to fight. Can't get too full.
Make a courtesy roll. TN 12.
Oh, just missed it by 1.
Okay, that's a little strike as he's a little taken aback by that, since he was trying to show affection.
Elebrimborn goes up to Dane, Thorin, son of Dane. May I entertain you with Have you ever heard the dwarven drinking song, the puking demon romp?
I do not know who you are. Please introduce yourself.
I am Illibrimborn of the people of Mirkwood. I am a vassal of Thranduil and Prince Legolas.
Make a courtesy roll.
You probably saw me at the wedding.
I saw an elf around. Didn't really care to be near.
All right, I got a 17.
Okay, let us hear the song.
And then
all right, so I look over to the dwarven band that's playing on the drums. I'm like, do you boys know the tune "Far Over the Misty Mountains" at all?
Aye, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, well, kick it up. So I go, from afar, a man full of drink, but in his mist, a putrid stink. His jerky gait, his plodding stomp, has coined the phrase, puking demon romp. So when the night is full of dread, lift up a glass, boys, and toast our dead. In our memory, they'll not be forgotten, nor will we smell the ghoul so rotten.
Excellent. Make a song roll. TN, it's a Dwarven song. I'll give you a TN 10.
I can go higher than that.
Instead of advantage.
That's a 15.
15,
Nice.
no problem.
All right.
Thorin is laughing and having a great time.
Now he follows it up with the song of the whiskey drinking bear, and we all join in.
All right, sounds good.
So you do that.
So we should all do a song roll, maybe?
Yeah, everybody make a song roll.
I'm a pretty good musician, by the way. You know, we do
Good.
pretty good
Okay.
jamming back then.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm not, but I do.
This
The
is
Ritter
a
marked out
TN
his
12 for
halls do
for
fill with
toddling it
song.
up. The risk of pushing it too far could go really well. Could
I
go
didn't
really
sing
bad.
that well. I only got an 8.
It doesn't
But I'm
matter.
just
Doesn't
joining
matter
in.
for you. He's just watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
13.
14 with a Tengu.
Excellent. Great success. Make sure you mark that down on your character sheet as an
I
advance.
guess I should have washed my face before I came to the camp.
Got a 13 with a great success.
Okay,
Nice.
you
You
That's-
provide
that's
fantastic harmonies.
15 for Elibrimborn.
excellent.
Now let me sing you a tale of a bear that would drink no ale.
Excellent.
Then by chance he lit a firework and he let it fly. The bear swatted it away from his eye. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah blah blah. And you don't push it too far. You go just enough where everybody in the camp is rolling and laughing and having a great time. Thror and Lorith, Thorin turns to you and says, "Did you have any problems on the road thus far? We found tracks and have heard rumors of bandits in this area."
No, not so far.
No sign of bandits
So
on our journey here, but we took the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You heard rumors of a orc leading a group of bandits out of this area.
Okay. Well, we have heard tell of a roving band led by an orc. Not surprising. If we come across them,
We thwarted many of them at the bridge to the east of here, and maybe those ragtag groups of remaining orcs and their wargs have gathered together to try to eke out an existence by pillaging poor people on the road.
We figured that they would be cowards and not that strong. Otherwise, they would have attacked our camp by now.
well, they'll be caught between a rock and a hard place because they can't go back to their peoples the Mormog
But
put
it
them to
seems
slavery.
it seems to me that from my signs that they've been waiting for something to come by, some caravan perhaps, or perhaps some group.
We'll be on extra guard. Thank you.
You are afforded all the food and drink that you wish. Also, Thorin says that Raven's been seen in the area when the dwarves found the bandits' tracks. The Raven was not linked to the dwarves. It serves a different master. So keep an eye out for a stray raven.
Not a crow.
A raven.
A rogue raven.
Yes. And he says, I have composed, while I have drank my last cup of ale, a poem for the lovely Lorith. In all my years beneath mountains of iron, I yearn to find one who sets me afire. But I see now how far from home, beauty of quality unknown.
And we all clap. Hear, hear, to the prince.
Thank you. Hear, hear, to Thor and to Mare, the prince and princess of Erebor.
Hear, hear.
And hear to King Dane.
Hear to King Dane.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Miss Lorith, I would dare to reach out and be so bold as to ask you to consider a relationship with me. I can offer you great wealth and great honor.
You do me great honor by the offer. I fear that for the current time, I am spoken for by duties that I cannot set aside. I would speak with you in a quieter place for a moment, if you will.
Sure. He puts his hand up for his guards not to follow him and leads you off to the back of the wagons.
And she looks up. Can I make an awareness roll to make sure nobody else is around?
Sure. Is anybody following?
No, I just mean...
Well, Elebrimborn was pumping his fist like yes when Lorith turned him down, and now he's thinking about doing a stealth to see if he can listen to them. Yeah.
So you are making a stealth? Alright, make your stealth roll, and that'll be the target number for Lorith.
17 with a Tengu.
Okay.
Son of a...
Nice. Oh, he missed. Wow.
20.
You see Elebrimborn lurking in the shadows.
I motion to him to get lost.
All right, I just go. I just wanted to make sure you were all right, and then he slips off.
Oh man.
Okay, let me just make this quick then. My lord,
Aye?
I'm deeply flattered by such a powerful, handsome, and charming soul such as yourself.
Of course you are.
Making such an advance to me. But in your private ear, my people and I are guardians, and I have been trained since childhood to keep watch on the enemy and thwart their plans where I may. Guardians live a solitary life for the most part until we are beyond our most active duty. I don't know how long I will be able to persist in this, but right now I have several missions with the company alone, aside from duties that do not concern them that I may not set aside.
Then if that is what you must do, then you must do it. These are times of great danger.
They are indeed, but I did not wish you to think that it is yourself that has made me give such an answer.
So is he at waist height or bosom height?
Very well enjoyed our time together, and I hope that we may meet again on another fair day and share at least
Obviously, waist height.
a high cup of hope.
Then
So
we
Lord
shall do so.
had her beer on his head?
Perhaps we will get an Erebor.
And his father owns a liquor store.
And she walks him back.
And they
It's
return.
best to make it short and sweet. Okay. I didn't think I was going to have to give an elf prince the talk. But it's been a long time since I had to give somebody that talk, but I remember how it goes.
Well, I'm not an elf prince yet. You mentioned elf princes.
Dwarf prince.
Oh. Well, I mean, if
He
that's
meant
what it
Thorn.
takes,
He meant
Laura,
Thorn.
is just to me to become an elf prince.
It's okay. I'll tell Thorn. But you didn't want to step out of line.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, you probably know from me by now that I don't exactly go around saying. I mean, ranger is a kind of general term. I don't exactly say that I'm, one of the Dunedain because there's evil people hunting us, and
That's true.
and now I have an archenemy. Mormog.
Mormog.
That's why you need a dwarf.
That's why I need
Oh,
what?
good.
A dwarf.
Yeah, well,
Good point.
that's true. But
Good point.
it's best to not have too many people close to me. I mean, any and all of you could get murdered in your beds just by being near me. So,
Huh? You gotta love the dwarf beard. I mean,
Yeah.
it tickles.
Anyway.
I have
So-
nothing to lose.
Well, that was interesting.
I'm just concerned about you, Laura. How are you doing with all this celebrating and stuff after your recent injuries? Are you doing well? And he tries to pat her hand.
Well, she won an arm wrestling match. She can't be too sick.
I'm
Anything.
fine. I think we should make sure we still keep watch tonight, though. As we would normally during camp. Despite all the company around us.
I agree. That dwarven wine is not very strong at all to affect elves. So.
Dorwinian wine is really strong. It's
Really
usually-
strong. I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like Dorwinian wine
Super
is really strong. They either serve it in really small bowls or mix it with water, like wine of Archenland.
Right. Oh yeah, that girl that we met down on the bridge. She had a whole boat full of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So at dawn, the camp breaks up and heads on out, moving toward Erebor. Not too long after that, look out! Make a TN16 awareness check for me, please.
Everybody?
Okay.
Nope, just your lookout.
Oh, good.
George.
All right.
Roar.
Gandalf,
Nice.
no great success.
Great success, excellent. You see a raven perching on a tree, looking down at you.
He could be the lookout
I,
for the bandits.
Elbow Ella Brimble.
All right. Alabemborn lets off 2 arrows at it.
And it takes off immediately into the trees. And
He gets to do an arrow no matter what.
That's fine.
Because of my woodland bow, he gets that even when he's not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me if I get 2 or 1.
Just one.
All right. And he's going to go for broke. He's going to do a called shot on this sucker.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So he got a Tengu, so that's what he needs to do the wound, and then total he got a 23.
Okay, you shoot the bird out of the sky, and you hear a woman scream.
Uh-oh.
Bloody
Nice.
murder. And that they get to attack first.
Ooh.
As you are in this situation, as these bandits are going to be leaping out at you.
Bloody.
Did I find the page? It has that.
Looks like Goldie Hawn's husband is hanging
Kurt
out with
Russell?
some other woman.
Kurt Russell?
No, that's Patrick Stewart with hair.
Oh, really? Oh, God. I just thought it was from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's so small.
Oh,
I thought
that's
it was.
definitely Patrick Stewart. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There
Nice.
you go.
What's that from?
I don't
The
know.
Great Thespian.
I just looked up Patrick
I don't know who
Stewart,
Patrick Stewart hangs out with.
Fantasy.
It's, you know what? It could be from, I can't remember what his.
He did a lot of
character was
Shakespeare
in,
stuff.
Yeah, but he also was in
Why are you finding
Excalibur.
It might be up that.
I can't remember
was
what character he
To the
played
next
though.
one?
It's been so
In
long.
Excalibur, he was?
Yeah.
Small.
Also
Really?
Dune, of
That's why I
course.
trouble. It's really small.
The first Dune.
Really small. You don't need to. Oh, for a second, let me get out of the mute here.
100. Lotus. There she is. It's interesting. Stat blocks are divided between 2 books.
Really?
Yep.
So the encounter gives you, yeah, and then 2 different types of creatures or whatever. Monsters.
Peace. Outlaws. Page 100.
Do you want post-it notes to put in there for to hold on the thing?
Not really.
Okay.
Are these orcs?
Nope, these are humans.
Humans. Okay.
Okay.
I guess they shouldn't have shot the raven out of the sky, but
Oh, they would have attacked anyway.
right.
The leader steps forward and says, "Who's carrying the helm? I want you to return it. To not return it. To turn it over to us." And he's going to make an awe roll against Thror.
We don't even have it yet.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
You're
we
carrying it.
Oh, I thought we were still on our way to get it.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
10,
My
16,
mistake.
20 with a great success.
20 with a great, just an opposing.
That's an awe roll against you.
Yeah, so I do an opposing.
Yep.
Okay.
Use a fellowship point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get an extra die. Yeah, definitely.
Last one. 1 second.
That's always your focus. What
Very good.
You can't really help him. It's about whether they get hurt or not, or
Okay.
at the end that determines whether you get a bonus hope back, or if you take a shadow point.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 20.
You rolled
No.
a 20.
No great success.
No great success.
Nice.
10, 19, 20, but he got a great success. So that beats your normal 20. So you are odd. What do you do?
How can
How do you
How
respond
can
to this
he-
being put in this position?
I stand back and tell me by what right you can claim this helm.
By the right of Valdis.
I do not know of all this.
I am Valdis, says the woman in the back as she draws her bow and pulls back her black cloak, revealing dark hair and a pencil beak-like nose.
Oh. Beak-like nose?
That matches her, that gives her almost a bird-like appearance.
Mm.
Do you need damage from the last hit, or?
No.
Okay.
And the others come to attack.
Then I'll just take a few steps back, thinking I'm not sure what to think at this point.
Okay. And there's no stats for them, so I am going to open another book to get similar stats where I know I can get them.
Can I hit the loo while you do that?
You sure can.
Thank you.
Tales from Wilderland. There were outlaws in this encounter battle.
Be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a stout.
Okay. Break.
All right.
Golden Party, Raven's Tiding. You're thugs. That's good enough for me. So the two outlaws on Thor. They move in with the short sword.
I'm back.
10 equal to your parry.
My parry is a 5.
And what stance would you be in?
Defensive.
So that will not hit you. This other one will go after you. It gets 2, 7 plus 6, 13. Does not have a chance at you. These two go against
Grimbald.
And we'll make attacks. What stance are you in, Grimbald?
I think I'm going to be starting in the open stance.
Open stance, okay. So that's 9 plus your...
Parry, so 9, 15.
15. Cock the 12-sider. 9, 10, 11. Those ones did not help me. Second one attacks you. 17. That hits you.
Yep.
You are hit by the short sword. You take 5 points of damage, plus equal to their attribute. So 7 points of damage.
That's endurance, right?
Stances yet?
Yes, as we go, because they're getting first round because they got to get the grit advance on you. Get the drop on you.
Yeah.
They go after you now, Lorith. What stance are you in?
You know what stance I'm in.
You're in open?
Yeah. No, I'm in forward.
You're in forward, okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your parry?
My parry is 4.
6 plus 4 is 10. Got an Eye of Sauron. That's a piercing hit. You need to roll your injury. Roll your armor. D12 plus the number of die equal to your armor.
Was it 2D?
2D plus 1.
Okay. 2. Alright, that's 11 with a Tengu.
11 with the Tengu. You need to hit injury. You did not.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's 12.
Still did not.
Okay.
So you have a wound. And 5 points of damage. As he goes for his sword and drives it through your chest. Their archer, Valdis, stands over her fallen bird and is going to fire an arrow over at Ella Brimborn.
Does this take any bonuses off my rolls?
Do I get an opening volley with my woodland bow too, as well, or no?
You do not get opening volleys on account that you got ambushed.
All right.
Let's see. Hunting battle riddle. I'm gonna give you a 3.
We didn't even get traveling rolls.
You don't get battle rolls because you didn't get to pick the battle
Oh, so
site.
we didn't get traveling rolls.
She got a Gandalf sign, so that's an automatic miss.
Sweet.
Right.
As her hand is shaking as she looks at her bird lying at her feet.
And Ella Brimborn
Arrow.
in Elvish says to her, "Nevermore."
She understands what you said and looks at you with complete hatred. Okay, so it's your turn. Lorith, you're first since you're in open stance.
Okay. No, forward stance.
Forward stance.
Alright. So we got who's where? Who's the closest person to
You got 2 guys surrounding you.
Okay. Well. I am going to attack the nearest with my sword.
Okay.
Or can I can't attack both, right?
Yeah, just one.
Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. I get another die. I forgot. Yay! That's a good thing, because my D12 was not exactly impressive. Come on, baby. Alright. 16.
That hits. Roll how much damage does it do?
7.
7 points of damage. They have.
How do you get edge again?
You roll equal to on your feet die, the 12-sided,
Oh,
equal to your edge,
yeah, I just
or better.
got 1.
Okay, so you did damage to that guy. Let's go on to Thor. What stance did you? You're defensive, so that brings us to Grimbald.
Yep, I am open with a sword. To the... I guess I'm just going to attack the nearest guy to me.
Okay.
No, that's not good. Not good. 9.
9. Let's see. Is
So if he has anything, it's 9.
no,
it's
he
9
has
to start
he
with.
has a parry of 4, so
There you
you're
go.
swinging, but you're being overwhelmed as you're trying to keep everybody back from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thrower.
All right, I will step in front of Ella and attack the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
All right. 4, 5. Gandalf, no Tengu, but I did hit Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And they have 1 die of armor. And they got an Eye of Sauron, so they make it.
Okay.
How much damage?
Take, from the Matic, 10 damage.
10 damage?
Nice.
Ow.
Yeah.
He's bashed to his knees, but bleeding profusely. He with broken collarbone, he stands back up.
Very good.
Ella Brimborn.
Ella Brimborn grabs an arrow out of his quiver and pulls it over and uses elven magic, and he says Faroth to the arrow, which in Sindarin means to hunt or seek, and he shoots it at She's So Raven.
Okay.
She's so Raven.
And he's basically using his elven magic.
12
Nice.
plus 5, 17. Okay.
So I don't know if he's gonna hit or not. He got a 16.
You missed by 1.
Oh.
She is a major NPC.
Yeah. Anybody with
All right.
like a bird in the room,
You
probably.
swing, and she reaches out and swats the arrow aside. And says, "You in Sindarin, you are not the first elf who has fired an arrow at me. And like the
I will
others,
be the last
you will die."
elf that fires an arrow at you.
Okay, so
You need to submit.
you need to turn over the helm.
How do you know we have a helm that you speak of?
Because we are well placed to learn these things.
You will tell me more after your defeat.
Okay, so we go back up to their turn. Their other leader is going to rush through to Thor.
Did quite a bit of damage. How many of them are there?
Okay.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 normal ones. Their co-leader and bird lady that you don't know her name.
Garrett, is this the top of the round?
It is the top of the round.
All right, so I'm going to move to a front stance.
Okay, you move to a forward stance, Grimbo.
Yeah, sorry.
Anybody else want to change their stances?
Fuck no.
I'm good.
Nope.
Okay, Loreth is forward, you're defensive, and you're rearward. Okay. So they get to go. He moves in on you.
Oh, it's the arrow. Sorry.
What?
I have the Numenorian arrow. I forgot.
He goes in with his sword. 4, 8, 10, plus 5, 15 to hit you. That does not get you. You are in a defensive stance and keeping him at bay, and goes, "The arrow the helm means nothing to you. It is simply treasure. And it means nothing to us other than a fine payday. So just surrender it and put your companions at harm." The other these two go on to Grimbald. That's a 7 plus 7, 14. What is your parry?
4.
4,
Plus
so
2
6 plus
shield.
4 is
2
10.
shield.
That is
2
going
shield.
to hit you.
I have a 2 shield too. I didn't hear what you wrote. It was...
Okay. That does 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And the other one goes to hit you. Eye of Sauron. That is a critical hit.
Oh,
You need to roll your armor.
roll it.
D12
Okay.
plus the number of D6s equal to your armor. Plus 1 for your shield.
Okay. So 11. So 1 Tengu and 11. 16. 20.
20. You successfully make injury, so you do not take a wound. You manage to. Your armor protects you from a crippling blow. However, you do take 5 points of damage. I'm sorry,
Okay.
7 points of damage.
Ooh.
You got a Tengu. Let's see. Thor, you are not left alone. These two guys come up to you and move to attack. Nope. 7 plus 6 is 13. That's cocked. 8 plus 2 is 10. That misses. As a swarm of swords comes battering down at you, and you are just swinging your mattock wildly about, screaming curses in Dwarven, keeping them at bay. Lorith, you have 2 of them on you.
One whom I've hit.
One whom you've hit. That one swings at you. 12 plus 5, 17. That hits. You take 5 points of damage. The other one swings at you, seeing that a little overconfident. 6 plus 6 is 12. That is enough to get you. 5 more points of damage, since you're fighting fiercely and wildly with all your might, but you're leaving yourself exposed for these strikes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
These 2 guys are running back, and they're going to try to flank Ella Brimborn on the next turn.
So is it to me?
We go to who has the higher wisdom, Grimbald or Lorith?
I'm at 3.
Wits.
Yes, wits.
Probably you.
Wits?
Wits.
I'm low. Low on wit.
3 there as well.
I'm only 2 in wits.
You're at 3, so you go first, Lorith.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the same one that I hit before so I can take him down.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Come on. That's what I like to see. Come on, give me another. Alright. 24 with 2 Tengus.
Wow. Against the guy you hit already, or the fresh guy?
Okay, the guy that I hit already.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
Good.
That is damage plus 2 times your body.
Damage is 7 plus 16.
You drive through and slice off one of his legs. A huge gush of blood as he falls to the ground, screaming and writhing on the ground as he bleeds out.
Are we not entertained?
Yeah, we are Devo. I mean, I'm sorry. Yes.
Grimbald.
All right, so I will evoke Rally Comrades.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to also add my, if it's okay, I'm going to add my fellowship point onto this roll.
You sure can.
Okay, so we got a 6. That's 1 Tengu. That's 2. So I have it. That's a it's a 7. So that's 10, 16, 18. Wow. 25 with a great success.
Cool. So what
So
happens?
that adds 2 points back to everybody, I believe.
Everybody gets 2 hit points back.
2 endurance points back. Yep.
Endurance
Nice.
points. So what do you say to rally them?
Rally, comrades, to ruin or to death. We shall be victorious.
Excellent.
Hey.
All right, and because it's my special whatever, I still get to attack.
Nice.
So there you have it. So, oh, I got a Gandalf, so that's an automatic, right?
That is an automatic success. And did you
Yep.
get any 6s on any of the dice?
I did not get any 6s.
Okay, so they have to roll against your injury test. They have 1 point of armor. They got a 10. Does that beat your injury for the weapon?
Let's see, injury. Probably not. Let me look. No, definitely not.
Nope. So that's a wound as you drive your. You're using a sword.
Yes, regular sword.
You drive your sword right through his heart, and he drops dead in front of you.
Sweet. Victorious.
Okay, and
I
that,
celebrated my crazy, wild-looking war view. Yes.
And now we go to
one step away from my battle fury.
Okay. And now we go to Thor.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
What?
Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. But I did forget to enter my battle fury, actually, because I did roll a Gandalf.
Okay. So what does the battle fury do?
Let's see. Choose to gain a point of shadow and one success. I wouldn't have needed it, so I did not do it. I'll remember for next time.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Thor.
All right, I will try to bring him down. So I roll 3 Tengu and
Wow. Nice.
26.
26, no
Extraordinary
problem. To the guy that you hit before, or to a fresh guy?
The guy I hit before.
All right, he had 2 hit points left, so you send your magic swinging, and his head explodes into a splatter of gore, and he drops.
Are not these people starting to get disheartened?
We'll see when he gets over to them to react. That brings us to Ella Brimborn. You see 2 guys running around the side trying to get to you. I'm sorry?
Okay.
Sorry, Garrett. Can I retcon? I would have probably entered the battle fury because then I get that 1 success die to every single roll from the rest of this battle.
That's fine by me.
Sorry about that. I
No
didn't mean to. Okay, appreciate it.
Right,
So my question is, can I move around here, or am I trapped back there?
You have room to move around.
Or what if my options, if I run through where this dead guy just fell, what happens to me then?
Nothing. You can basically move for free up to about here without it taking up your action.
Okay. And I pull out another arrow and in Quinde I say to her, Namare Day, which means farewell, Shadow. And I shoot her. And I'm going to do a called shot.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So that is
beak, aren't you?
What's that?
Said you're going for the beak, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going for the beak. All right. Let's see if I did any better this time. 23 with Tengu.
You hit.
Okay, so that would be a wound.
She takes 1 wound.
In the face.
Well, she can. I think she can do a. I think she can do a test though versus
You
it.
can do a test against the armor. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like it's a piercing. It's a piercing blow, I believe, right?
Right. She gets 5 dice against that.
Whoosh.
Oh,
She's
jeez.
an attribute 5 character.
May she get a Gandalf and 4 ones.
10, 14, 20, 26.
I guess not.
All right. Yeah, because my injury dice is 14, so she just beat that, correct?
Right.
Okay, but I did get edge because I rolled a 10 on my feet dice.
Okay.
Nice.
So do I add my favored body to that, or?
Yes, you do.
All right, so that's 11 damage.
11 damage to her. Okay. All right. There she is. It is time to choose your positions.
I'll switch to open,
You switch to open.
just for the nonce.
Staying the same.
You're going to go to open? Or you're staying
No,
at defensive?
I'm staying defensive.
Ella
Okay.
Brimborn's going to go to forward.
I'll stay at forward. Grimball will stay at forward.
Okay. Valdis calls out, and their captain yells out, "Break off from the woman. She doesn't have the helm." So these two guys will go up after you.
What two guys?
The one guy who is still on you, and one guy who is on Thor. Go break off Ella Brimborn, who's going after the lady. Ella Brimborn is 6 plus. What's your parry, Ella Brimborn?
7.
7. Okay. Your parry is 7. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
13.
That's without a shield too.
Okay.
Wow.
13. That just hits you. You take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And they roll again. 13. That just hits you again. That's 5 more points of damage as these guys rush up behind you and start stabbing you in the back.
Okay.
Those two, their leader is going after Thor and going, "You will surrender the helm to us. We are prepared to fight you to the end. Are you willing to do the same?"
No. Just your end.
21 to hit you with a great success.
That hurts.
Okay. That's going to do 12 points of damage to you.
Oh.
Good hit.
He's got a long sword. Well, the other guy's got short swords. And he's also a level 5, attribute 5 character. So that's him onto there.
Longsword does 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
We've got four skills in it.
These guys are going to move up to Thor. This guy moves up to Thor. These two guys will attack Grimbald, since he is the first one they encounter, and one's still there. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 5 is 19. That hits you with this great success. So that's 7 points of damage, Grimbald.
Mm-hmm.
Second one comes in. That is 6 is 12. That misses you. And one guy up on Thor. 6 to hit has no chance at all, as you basically trip the poor kid as he's running up to you. Poor kid. Valdis, meanwhile, with a arrow in her face, picks up her dying bird and runs off and disappears into the woods.
Coward.
She has a further role to play in this story.
There you go.
Yeah, she's got the role of dying. Later on. Well, now you have an arch enemy, Ella Brimborn.
Yeah. So he says, like sarcastically, he says, "Namare Muenthal," which means farewell, sister.
What he really meant was "so long for now."
That's the love of his life, I think.
He shot her bird.
Shot her a bird. I mean, shot her a bird.
Shot her a bird.
Shot
Yeah.
her bird. That's going to come
Drop
into play
bird.
later on.
And it's not a euphemism.
No, it is not. That was her turn, so that brings us to you guys.
So that would be Loris. Oh no, Loris not in the front. Is he? Oh,
Nope,
so
Ella Brimborn is first.
yes.
My wisdom's 3. I don't know what that.
Yep.
Grimbald, what's yours?
Higher than mine too.
All right. So he pulls out his long sword. He's two-handing it. He's pissed that the woman ran off, and he's just gonna strike the guy straight across from him. I am sorry, brother, that you should die for such a witch. He gets a 18 with a Tengu.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
All right.
You whisper in
Tengus
his
don't
ear
add
and you
anything
drive
here.
your sword into him. How much damage?
7.
7 points of damage. He is looking pretty beat by that. Okay.
Tangos don't add anything to your damage, correct?
They add your body to your damage.
Oh, they do. All right. So that would be 12 damage then.
12 damage. Guess what? That's enough to kill him.
Nice.
It's always nice when
All
you
right.
tell somebody that it's sorry that you have to kill them, that you actually do kill them on that stroke.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just poetic.
I am sorry that I have to kill you.
And then you drive the sword through him.
You served Baldus well.
It's Valdis, Valdis, by the way, just for your notes.
Valdis, who cares?
He will
Bal.
eventually. Valdis.
Oh.
She's the bird bitch.
She's the bird
V.
bitch.
V as in Victor.
It brings us to Grimbald.
Okay, so we're going to do Rally Comrades again.
Yay!
Oh,
I need
Yes.
that now.
yes, I got another. Man, I'm rolling those good at least. So that's another great success.
2 more
So
points
that's
back to
2 more
everybody.
points back to everybody.
4
Thank
points?
you.
2 more.
2 more, okay.
That's
Too bad I can't get an extraordinary. Then we'd really be talking.
Can my guys get those 2 points too?
No, I'm sorry, they don't.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now I will attack. And
The guy at your 6 o'clock
I
or
now
3
have my
o'clock?
success die, so I get to.
Sweet.
That is okay. 10, 19, 23, 28.
nice.
What did you roll on your feet die?
Just a 5 actually.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So 25, that's going to hit all day long.
Yeah, and I had one. One Tengu. My bad.
Okay, so that's damage plus your body.
Okay, body's 5. So that is 9. No, 10. Sorry, 10.
10,
I nailed it.
okay. That
I'll be right back.
almost drops him down.
And I'm looking pretty rough right now, just to let you guys know. Even after getting those 2 points back.
Are you at less... your fatigue, is it half
Probably.
of what your endurance is
Yes.
or more?
Yes. I think it's half, and I'm definitely fatigued.
So if you're fatigued, then on your 6-sided, 1, 2s, and 3s counts as 0s.
Okay. So I think that means, well, so I would have rolled lower on that one, but not much.
Okay, just so you know.
I think I had one, 2, or 3, so it would have been 26 instead of 28 or something like that. No big
Okay.
deal. Wouldn't have mattered.
No problem.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Mary is taking a important phone call, so
All right.
we'll skip to Thror.
Okay. I will cut off Baldus. And attack. I got a Gandalf. Unfortunately, no Tengus. But that hits edge. So 12, 12, 24, 29. With edge.
29 with edge. Excellent.
Yep. Injuries 18.
All right. He's got 3 points of armor. $12 plus 7, 19.
19 makes it. So he takes just 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. He's dropped down to 9 points. As he's proud of his armor goes, that thief King Bod, that wrongful man who sits on the throne, this came from his treasury, but before he claimed it. It is doing me well, showing that the right shall eventually reclaim Deo.
Well, we shall return the armor with your corpse to him.
Okay.
How you like me now?
That was Thor. So we'll let them go, and Mary will take her turn when she gets back. One guy's still alive on Ella Brimborn. They got an Eye of Sauron. Roll a protection test.
Okay.
Need a 14.
I got an Eye of Sauron as well.
Ooh.
Ouch. You take a wound as you had stabbed the guy in the chest, and suddenly in your side you feel the piercing bite of a sword driven up to its hilt.
Ah.
And
Whatever.
that will do 5 points of damage to you. Let's see. That brings us to that one on Lorif is dead. So
He is fatigued too as well.
Okay. Attack on Thor. 12, 14 is not going to hit you. Let's see. Let's attack for the leader. $18 to hit you.
Yeah, my parry's only a 5, so I think that hits.
Okay. And did he got 1, 6, so that's 5 plus 7, 12 points of damage.
Ow. Okay.
And these two guys are on Grimbald.
Did he, wasn't he weary too?
He is weary on there. So let me look at his dice. So that would drop it by 4. Oh wait, it would drop it. Yeah, drop it by 4.
Okay. So he didn't hit me then.
So he didn't hit you.
All right, that's good.
Good catch.
12 damage. Yeah, I'm glad that happened.
Yeah. Glad I checked.
Very glad.
Yeah, I'll say.
I would have been fatigued too.
Going after Grimbald. That misses. With the 7, as he swings wildly, and you easily parry, and he goes behind you. 12 plus 4, 16. That's going to hit you.
That's going to hit.
That's just 5 points of damage.
Okay. Looking rough, guys.
Time to choose stances.
Forward.
I'll stay the same.
Elbrum will go defensive.
What are you going to do, Grimbald?
Same thing.
Stay forward.
Rally comrades. Rally comrades.
Rally the comrades.
Oh, yeah. So that's okay. That's a 9, 11. That's 1 Tengu. This one's a 0, right? So that's on all roll? Is that just attack and protection rolls?
That is on all rolls.
Okay, so
on the D6s,
5,
1, 2s,
11.
and 3s are
So
0.
16 with a Tengu.
16 with the Tengu hits, damage plus body.
Oh, that was on my rally to comrades roll. So they all
we're
get
on
1
16?
point.
Okay.
1 point back.
1 point back, everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need. I'm not fatigued now.
Excellent.
So
All right,
that
now
was
it's my attack
useful.
roll. Good. Now it's my attack roll. Yeah, ooh, that's not good. Wow. So 1, 2, and 3, right?
1, 2, and 3.
Might as well not even count it.
Okay. After you rally your comrades, you feel something tear inside of you as a muscle kind of rips.
Mm-hmm.
And you swing, as you're swinging your sword, you just stop halfway through, and the sword just hits the dirt. as you
That's
grimace
probably
in
about
pain.
right. That's probably about right.
That is. That will bring us to Ella Brimborn.
All right. He's gonna try to strike the guy in front of him and hopefully kill him and move forward. So that is a 24, and he did 13 damage.
13 damage. That's an instant kill. You swing
So
protectively and go. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he's basically just gonna lop the guy to the side using the blow of the sword two-handed to drive the guy out of his path, and he's going to try to move over to Grimbald and use a point of hope to act as being in defensive stance. I don't know if you can do that at the end of your turn, but
I'll give it to you.
To protect the companion.
Okay.
So he spends a point of hope.
Party hope.
And he becomes the target. Yeah.
Party hope?
Yeah.
That's the... You have one more party hope after this.
Okay.
So he's protecting him now.
No, thanks. I probably
I
needed
become the target of their attacks.
I get it. I probably needed that
Like-
because one round probably is going to do me in.
Okay. Thrower?
I'm like, your mistress is dead and bleeding and lying, and I am the person who did it. I killed her crow, and then I slayed her too. Just to kind of
Nice.
goad them on that they attack me instead of Grimbald.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
So I'll strike at Baldy's balls.
So what's this guy's name?
Oh my god!
This guy's name, as I go to my third book, let's see.
Yeah, I rolled 4 Tengu.
4 Tango?
Ringu?
Yeah.
His name
my
is
God.
Beldeer.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
anymore.
4 Tengus. Wow.
How much
So,
damage is that?
At a minimum, 4 times my body. Well, that's 34 damage.
This
Just-
is-
Oh my god.
This is technically known in the book as an epic success. So you have full honor to tell me exactly
Oh
what
my
you want to happen.
Sure. So I'm shouting at Ballsy to that he will no longer be balls. He will have no balls left. But I strike straight up through him, basically castrate him and gorge the entire mattock deep into his bowels.
Nice.
Just spills out
That's
before
very graphic.
he crumples to the ground.
Sharts on himself.
With an epic success, I'll let you have another free attack
They messed.
as
They
you
messed.
ride the initiative of momentum of it.
Great. And I'll take a swing back at the one. And that was pretty good too. I got another Tengu, so 10, 16, and 4 is 20 with a Tengu.
20 with the Tengu, that hits all day long. Damage plus body.
So 16.
16 points of damage. He is dead.
Wow.
Okay, I think I'm down a couple turns.
You have 3 turns, Mary, and everybody is about to drop.
Valdir's pelvic fragments fly into the guy next to him.
Beldier,
And just
the Patrick Stewart
bone
guy,
fragments.
got
slay him.
Thror rolled an epic success on damage.
Nice.
He got 4 6s.
Sweet. That is
That's
something.
nuts.
Okay, so they had left me anyway. The guy that was on.
Come
me.
here and look at the
So-
map. There's no cameras on the Thrors.
That's good because you guys don't want to see me in this getup. Believe me.
This guy's up. This guy's up.
Okay. Who? Where?
These two guys are
Okay.
up and beating the crap out of Grimbold.
Okay. Well, so I can. Who's the worst off by visual? You know.
By visual,
Oh, as far as
Yeah.
damage?
the one that is at the
What do you
at
think?
6 o'clock of him is in mortal peril. He's bleeding.
Okay.
He's about to bleed out.
Well, I'll hit him first, and then I'll hit the other one twice.
You run around and hit him. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
And Baldus flew the coop.
Yeah, I remember that. I was still here for that, but sorry, my sister had to tell me the score on my mom. Oh, that's not the best, but let's see. It's 13.
13, and you're in, that's 9 plus 4, 13, that just barely hits.
Okay, 7.
7 points of damage to a very injured boy, and he falls over dead.
Good.
Nice.
I can hit the other guy twice now?
Yes, you can.
That's fun. I love being able to hit somebody twice in a row. Yeah.
It's like binge watching Netflix, really.
Yeah.
Save up all your turns.
Alright, this is 21 with a Tengu.
21 with
Nice.
the Tengu hits. Damage plus body.
That is 15.
And you kill him.
So there's nobody else to hit?
Sorry.
Huzzah!
If you want to hit Grimbold, you can hit
No,
him.
I don't want to hit cripple.
You can, if you can heal me, that'd be good.
But I'm
Are
wondering
you?
if we shouldn't
Who's
go,
wounded?
go after what's her face, except we.
Ella Brimborm is. Grimbald's wounded.
Well, I'm wounded.
All three of you are wounded?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
took like 15 points of damage. It's only because he did that thing that I'm down to 11.
I took 21 points of damage.
But did you get wounded?
And I got a wound. Yeah,
No.
I have a
Right.
wound.
Yeah, and I got a
And
wound.
I did not
Right.
get a wound. But I did not get a wound. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got hit a lot.
Who,
I can do healing.
You can
so.
do healing? Okay. Thor, who do you want to start with?
I have a little heal.
I will start with Laura. Ladies first.
Okay.
I got a 2 in healing. I don't know if that
I got a
helps.
2 in healing too.
Okay, well,
So I got one
I got a
Tengu
0.
with
0
20.
you got a Tengu
One
with what?
Tengu with the 20.
With a 20?
Ooh,
Roll
nice.
with 20 with the Tengu.
Okay, so you can mark down that your wound is treated.
It's
Nice.
treated? What does that mean?
That means that you recover damage points at a much greater rate.
Okay, so I don't wipe away my wound.
No, you just mark that it's treated.
Okay. I'll just put
Okay.
a 2 there
And I'll roll on out. I did not get a Tengu, but I got a 17.
17. Okay, it's treated.
Nice. Thank
Good
you,
job.
Thor.
And if anybody low on endurance, we still have our.
I am very low on endurance.
After
Yeah,
half
what
an
the-
hour after
Well,
the
I'm about
battle,
21. I'm about 21 down on endurance.
you'll
That
get
was
enough.
6
After
points.
half an hour after the battle, you get enough endurance equal to your heart back.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll help.
So, what did you get for healing Grimbold?
Oh, healing Rimbald. A Tengu with 9. No, wait a minute. 8, 6, 20, 14, 3. 17 with the Tengu.
17 with the Tengu. Your injury is considered treated.
Okay. Thank you.
So you are standing here, resting here on this battlefield full of the dead.
So is anybody fatigued after resting a half hour?
No, but I was going to search Valdir and see if he's got anything on him and We're definitely taking the armor back to King Bard. That's what Elbrimborn says. We're stripping the armor off of him.
So fatigued is half your starting endurance.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still fatigued.
Okay. Then,
But I look to see if he has any articles of note or anything that we can prove that he was who he is and that we killed him.
Who?
Beldir.
Who was?
Patrick's boat.
Yeah.
Is he with a B, Beldir?
Yes. Beldir.
Like Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah.
That's what was kind of going through my head too.
So if people have wounds that treated, if somebody else heals them, can they heal some of their damage points?
No, you can't use heal to do damage points. You only get that through cordial or through rest.
No, well, what does the healing skill do?
The healing skill stabilizes wounds.
Okay. So everybody's wounds are stabilized.
Everybody, yes.
Good, because I only have 2 boxes, but I thought I'd try it out if I needed to. All right. So you said a half an hour you get equal to your heart?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's good. That puts me down to 5. And then what, in the next day, what does it take to get rid of the rest of the damage? I forget.
Just for rest, you have to heal wounds when the endurance score is...
I'm not talking about wounds, I'm talking about damage.
Right, for treating,
endurance.
Resting, recovering endurance. Cover a number of endurance points for every prolonged rest they enjoy a day, usually a night's sleep. It depends on that. You have a wounded person with a treated injury recovers 2 endurance points.
For what?
For a rest.
Sleep?
Yep.
Okay. Of course, we've got to do watch for the night, too.
You look through here and you find a journal of him. And
nice.
And he claims to be a follower of Valdis, who claims to be of the line of Girion. Who, Mary, do you want to explain the line of Girion?
No.
Please do.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Girion has a claim to the throne of Dale. And Valdis, even though she is a pickpocket and thief, has claimed is a descendant of Girion and can claim contention for the throne of Dale. What he knows about Valdis is in 2940, Valdis stabbed a man in a tavern in Laketown and fled into the wilderness, and she blames Bard for stealing her throne, and believes that if she had been in Dale in 2941, she would have been the one to bring the dragon down.
Yeah, if wishes were horses, beggars.
So she wishes to swears bloody vengeance upon those that stole her destiny.
One of those.
So what do you wish to do?
She won't be able to spy on us with her dead bird.
Yes.
True.
Whose name is Valter, it seems.
Was Walter. Yeah, whatever, I know.
Volturd, am I right?
Weird.
Volturd.
Volturn? Is that weird?
Volturd.
Valter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do now?
Carry on. With extra guard.
Carry on.
With extra alertness. Well, we have to bury those bodies.
Do you bury
So
the bodies?
Grimbold, how many were you down?
Now I am down 16.
16, so you're
Not
still
a noble
fatigued?
burial, just
Yeah, so
Alright, then we probably ought to give him a cordial.
Yeah.
with
So
a-
you take a drink of some very and you are restored your heart plus 1 I don't know, favorite heart? Hang on 1 second.
favorite heart?
Favorite heart plus 1 die.
Nice. I am no longer fatigued.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll do a light burial for the bodies with whatever to hand, you know, branches, stones, whatever.
We can just burn them. It's up to you.
Where are we in a place where that could cause damage?
Nah, you're in an open field area.
Okay, so we can put a trench around them and burn them, but that's fine.
I have fire making. We can.
Yeah.
I take Baldir's armor to return to Bard.
Which was stolen from Lake Town by Valdis. Supposedly taken from Dale. Looted from Dale. Which basically made him convinced that she was in love with him.
Girion loved emeralds. But I don't know about Valdis. Seems like she likes to stab people in the back.
That's very, very perceptive and accurate. So what do? You burned the bodies.
We burn the bodies. We carry on with redoubled watch.
You carry on. Okay. You travel 130 miles over easy terrain through wild lands in the summer. This part of the journey takes 6 days, so give your...
rolls?
Nope, you've already made them.
Okay.
You've, so 12 points back total for yourselves for all of that. 12 endurance points.
Okay, my endurance is completely gone, set now.
So now make 2 travel tests to go for going over this.
So the question is if the wound is treated and I go back to 0,
the wound goes away.
The wound goes away. Okay.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Awesome. Wait, at least. I've got 9 with a tango for my first travel roll.
Okay. That's you take 2 points of endurance loss.
What was the TN again?
TN for this is 16.
16?
I got
Okay.
19 with a tango.
Good.
And I guess it doesn't matter. Edge. You don't get edge.
You don't get edge in that.
Traveling, no. It's not.
I'm good with one Tengu on both.
Okay.
Elebrimborn failed both.
13 with one Tengu.
No, I said 19 with
19 with
one
one Tengu. Excellent.
Wow.
Make sure
That's
you mark
crazy. I
them
didn't
that
roll
you
that.
got,
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget two feet die. Elebrimborn.
I just got a 20 with
Yeah, I rolled a 2 feet die, unfortunately.
That's what's saving me.
Yeah. I did roll it twice, so
I got a 20 with 2 tangoos on my first.
nice.
Hmm?
Now, does that that's not an advancement point, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Extraordinary success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so as you are traveling through the... As my screen pops up, let's do something else.
So
Audience
I
would
failed
need
both
that
my
later.
travels, so four fatigue.
4 fatigue.
These points
Yeah.
I'm gonna have.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I've forgotten something.
Okay.
I remember my athletics rolls.
2 days later... Oh, no, before that... this is the Nether... Journey... Okay. This is the Nether Marches. Known for high green grass and an almost total absence of trees. Wild horses can be found running through the fields, making Grimbald feel very happy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Frequently, there's violent thunderstorms to the east, but none that reach you guys. On one such evening, as lightning storms linger to the east, you hear beautiful, jovial singing coming from the south. There's a campfire and a series of dancing lights surrounding you. Well, not you, but the party that you see. Elebrimborn, you know immediately what this is. It's your kin from Mirkwood, making one of their rare trips to Dorwinion. And the elves sing songs of love of the stars and the open sky above them, revealing the wonders of the universe. There are songs about the sun chasing the moon across the sky and the flirting relationship they have. What do you do?
I go up and I see if I recognize the song that they're singing, and I start singing it with them.
You do, and they do recognize it. And before long, you are visited by a very familiar face. Ash. Fellow party member.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ash was a fellow, what was it, Ash? Ash was an elf.
Okay. Yeah, Mirkwood elf.
Mirkwood elf. Okay. And goes, Elebrimborn, it's been so long. How are you?
Ah, well met, Ash. It's good to see you. Good to see you, brother. We have been on many journeys. What have you been up to, and what brings you here?
I am leading the caravan to Dorwinion.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Are you bringing back wine for the king?
Yes, I am. Bringing back the finest that Dorwinion has to offer.
What an honor to do that.
How long has it been, brother, since we fought side by side at the Battle of Five Armies?
Oh, that is many years since then, but it has only been 2 years since we fought side by side against the giant spiders in Mirkwood.
That is true. That is very true. And
Not
about the
long ago.
time also that is your friend Thor here. I'd like to show him my golden arrow that I beat him for at the archery contest at the first anniversary of the Battle of Five Armies.
Are you saying me?
No, Thor.
Oh, okay.
Ash beat Thor at the archery contest at the first Dragontide.
That was easy because I don't have a bow.
Oh, you try to make it sound like it wasn't an accomplishment.
Aye. You want to try my Matic?
No, I do not. So what have you heard about what is going on to the east?
Not much recently.
There is a orc leading a group of bandits from that area. Have you encountered them yet?
I have not encountered them.
We know not of his name. We encountered a thief of Lake Town, and she fled from us. Valdis. I slayed her companion, the Raven, as well as her boyfriend was slain by Thror here. I don't know if you know if you've ever met Loreth before, or our new friend
It is an honor
Grimbald.
to meet you. It is an honor to meet you, sir.
It is an honor for me as well.
Do you come from the land of the horses?
I do, originally. I have most recently gathered these new companions under contract.
It is wonderful to see you out here. Perhaps you could teach the Bardings the proper way to care for their mounts.
I'd be most pleased to show you what I know.
Excellent. What I'm most nervous about is the enemy has revealed himself in Mordor, and that is too close to where we're journeying for my comfort. We are singing tonight to blot out the thunder that Sauron is causing.
Do we know this, or this is the first time we've heard it?
You tell me. Have you heard it before?
I would say no.
I don't think so.
You have not heard, brother? The enemy has rebuilt his palace in Mordor. He has revealed himself.
This is the first
All
time
evil
I've heard of it.
things are traveling these lands, heading east to Mordor.
Yeah, we're in a period between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
So if we had not heard of that before, obviously a lot of the stuff that had happened to me over the last, year or so would sort of click,
Yeah.
right? Because if I had never had actual confirmation of that before,
Right.
I mean, that makes sense why we're seeing all these orcs coming this far,
And you didn't have to go to Dol Guldur, which was not a picnic.
This is why the shadow has been creeping forth.
This is.
We had many horrors in his fortress south of Mirkwood.
No
We
one
barely
knew about
escaped
this.
there alive as his power
It's
grew.
folly to have gone there. Who sent you on such a foolish mission?
I believe it was, wasn't it?
Gandalf?
Radagast.
Was it Gandalf or was it
Radagast.
Radagast.
Radagast? sent us?
Oh, you were fine.
It explains why the enemies have been so bold
Yes.
and fearless lately. Even the trolls capturing children and putting them to slaves as side by side with orc slaves.
Where has this gone by?
A year ago.
But where?
What's
In the
name of that
troll
old
shows?
fortress? No, that remember that what was that fortress that we dealt with? That we surprised found the children in the wagon being taken to that.
Oh,
That
that
area.
was up in... I forget the name off the top of my head.
Well, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
blah,
We'll
blah,
just say blah blah blah.
That, well, what would you expect in Angmar? The influence of the enemy has never left that area.
No, but they don't seek to hide their actions anymore. We should have known. We did know that it was coming, but it's always a shock when it comes so soon.
I'm surprised it hasn't come sooner, if you ask me. But it is almost a relief that the waiting is over, that the time is nigh.
Ella Brimborn with a sad heart says, "Grim was the world with traitors in our midst, the darkness of light of the sun and moon eclipse. Like a brandy buck, we must remove Sauron, this offensive weed, and sing of the free people's victories and deeds. In the warmth of the shelter of Middle Earth, we are safe from the storms of winter or the touch of his wraith. But those who betray our people instead shall be discovered and rooted out and join the fallen dead."
Well spoken. Well spoken, Ella Brimborn. You always had such a wonderful way with words.
Friend, I have a brief question for you. Did you mean wrath or wraith?
The touch of a wraith. We have encountered Grimbald. Unfortunately, we have encountered wraiths already in our journeys, and has slain.
I am more troubled now than I was before I understood this.
Yes,
Mm.
we go back to appease this an actual. It's a white, isn't it? That we're appeasing with this helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even after slaying this creature of undead, it comes back, and we go back with this token of treasure to try to appease this terrible creature. This is why it came back, or why it's so strong. It makes sense now.
Forgive me. I am new to this bears drinking whiskey thing, and
oh, if only those
I don't know
good old
the
days
history.
would come back.
Perhaps this element of treasure will work. May I see it?
But of course.
It is fine craftsmanship. It is made in respect and in honor. I hope that it does the job. And he gives it back.
Yes, made by the Ningath of Erebor in their forges below.
And it reflects their true majesty over the metals. So do you wish to stay with us through the night, or do you need to move on?
Might as well rest with them for the night.
Okay.
Right? I mean, we've got to rest somewhere.
It is up to the party. My heart is hollow and sad with this news.
Well, unless we wish to travel at night.
no, I say we rest here. It is wise
Yes.
to take safe rest where we can.
Yes. But still keeping watch.
Yes, of course. Now more than ever, we trust no one and nothing.
Yes.
Who is the hunter?
That's me.
Okay, so Lorith will just go to your watch.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Make any awareness check. DC 16. TN 16.
It's not beautiful. Okay, getting closer. Exactly 16.
You hear sounds coming from the over a hill.
I stealthily go and I alert Ella Brimborn and Grimbold. I alert.
Yep. You
I
alert them?
all.
What do you tell them?
Be on the watch. Sounds from over yon hill. Can I do the rumor of the earth thing?
Sure.
Okay.
What's it do?
Once a day I can put my ear to the ground and hear basically what's going on, who's it helps me get a jump on who's coming towards or whatever, gives me insight, like if it's we've done this before.
There is a small creature about a little smaller than a dwarf at the far side of the that nearest hill.
Smaller than a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Is it smaller than a hobbit?
About the size of a hobbit.
Sorry.
I motion to them to keep guard here, and I will try and stealthily make an ambush.
All right, roll your
There's gotta be
stealth.
some cover, right? Fourteen.
14. What's the awareness of the creature? Attribute level 10. Skills, awareness, personality, 2. Okay. That is 12. What did you get?
14.
14. You managed to creep in and find a hunched over, kind of gray-skinned creature munching on a dead rabbit.
Ask him if he wants any taters with it.
I like it.
It stops. It swallows.
Mm.
And it turns to face you with huge, bulbous eyes that seem to nearly glow in the dark. Always being hunted! Always being hunted! And it leaps into a cave that's in the side of the hill.
How big is the entrance to this cave?
You could squeeze through and crawl.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I was thinking of blocking it up.
Okay.
Is there any rocks about?
Plenty of rocks about.
Well, then I'm gonna block the fucking cave hole up.
So we never have to see Smeagol.
Always being hunted!
So we never have to see Smeagol again ever.
Yep.
I don't know if you do.
Boom, done.
But he's in this area at this time, according to the Tale of Years. So you,
Yeah, he's trying to
he's-
follow the
he's
find the ring.
yeah. Well, he's also.
I
being lured in.
throw some raw potatoes in there, which in the future makes him hate potatoes and hobbits.
Oh, he already hates hobbits. He has that ability.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, now he hates nasty taters.
He's also got 5 dice in his skill weapon rock.
So
Very good at that.
I mean, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
5. Wow.
I block it up.
You block it up.
Been alive for a long time.
Okay.
Do we all see this, or just Lorith?
Just Lorith. He's
All right.
long gone into the cave by the time you guys get there.
I will speak of it. I mean, you know, he's just an animal, you know? We
Does she
haven't
know
heard
of the
about him.
creature, or can I use lore when she describes it?
We haven't heard about, like, the ghost who, you know, slips into cradles and stuff yet. We haven't heard about that.
Right. You haven't been at the right places
Right.
at
We
that
haven't
time.
been at the right place at the right time. So I have no...
Nope.
You know, if I don't know what it is, but it's... I mean, yeah, I might know it's an evil creature, but it hasn't done us any harm.
Right.
So I'm
When
not
she
gonna
When she describes it to us, can I roll lore since I knew Bilbo to possibly know who this was?
Sure. Need a TN 14.
Oh yeah, I'm well beyond that. I got a 21 with a Tengu.
This sounds
Nice.
very similar to a creature that Bilbo encountered deep beneath the Misty Mountains. That he had escaped by telling riddles to.
Yeah, no one knows.
But
these
it couldn't be that creature. We're not anywhere near the Misty Mountains.
Perhaps he's left them.
Or there's more than one of him.
Perhaps
We heard of this creature in Mirkwood as well.
Such a creature. However, we should redouble the guard. I didn't feel I should kill him outright in cold blood, but I don't have a good feeling about him either.
Well, you have more. You have more information now than you did. So.
Yeah. Yes.
I hope he wasn't coming to try to steal the helmet.
No.
I don't think he knew about it. If he did, I doubt he'd be stopping in within a stone's throw of the camp to eat a rabbit. I would
Perhaps
say
such a...
that he was passing through, and that it was just our poor luck to encounter the wretch.
Perhaps a poor wretched creature such as himself will play a role in the future of Middle Earth.
If he ever gets out
Maybe,
of that hole,
possibly
which I'm
he already
sure he'll
has.
find another entrance, but for now it's blocked, and I don't believe
Did all you
have
could
the
do.
strength
Let's.
to come out that
At
way.
this point, I think we're pretty much going to keep guard all the time. I think
Yeah,
we're all convinced.
tight guards. Yes.
If if maybe he was acting as a scout for the orc party, maybe we should move on and not stay idle here now that we've blocked him in the cave. Maybe we should move unerringly towards our true target or mission.
Well, you should warn your friends as well.
I would say that we would think that if she trapped this, scary creature that possibly this other person, in this cave, we probably wouldn't want to camp right here. We at least would want to go some ways. Put a little bit of distance.
Well, like I said, maybe he was just a scout for this orc bandit party.
Right.
Maybe he's one of their wretched servants and scouts.
Sure. Some vile creature taking a role for some other vile creatures. It's possible.
It is entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
Evil creatures use each other all the time.
Oh yeah.
Shall we move south then?
Questionable.
So you move
Seems
according to the map.
We'll tell
down the
Ash. We'll tell Ash of what's going on and concern, and whether or not they can cover our backs or our trail for us as we head out.
Gladly, my friend. I will keep an eye out for no problem for you.
Oh, and can we give him the armor to return to King Bard? Is he willing to take that?
To there for some time. I am going to Dorwini and then back to Thranduil's Kingdom.
Oh, that's right. They're not. I thought they had the wine already. So.
Yeah, no. Sadly, no.
Okay, no, I won't give it to him then. I thought they were headed north for some reason. So.
No, it's too bad we missed that party that was going that way before we got the armor. Well, whatever. Maybe sometime along this way we'll find somebody that is going that way and can use them as a courier, so.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, back in the sack.
Back to bed or back to
No,
riding?
I meant the armor goes back in the sack.
Oh, the armor
we
back in the sack. Right.
We said we were moving along a bit,
Okay. So 2 days later, you're traveling through these grassy lands, and you see a human speaking with a dwarven accent and chasing his sheep while on his knees. I'll catch ye, you legs of mutton! If only my legs weren't so tiny! Don't run away, my fuzzy banquet! I want to eat ya!
And I say to my companions, you just can't unsee something like that.
My fuzzy banquet?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the goat guy again.
No?
Oh, that's good. Well.
Aye, welcome. Come on over and rest a spell if you want.
Thank you.
Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Just a band of travelers on our way to A strange destination. What of yourself?
My name is Jock the Hungry.
Well,
Brothers to Thomas the Ice and Jockette the Lion. All sons of Mungan Bretnach.
who may that be?
That's my father. He had bred the ancestors of the sheep that I watch. That my brothers took elsewhere to watch.
Ooh, there's a dragon. I've not.
What was your second brother's name?
Thomas the Ice and Jockette the Lion. Jacquet. The Lion.
Well, not to make any. Seems like this situation is getting uncomfortable quickly, so I'm going to just offer my name and say my name is Grimwald. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm from Rohan.
Now I'm uncomfortable. I on purpose left out the Rider Rohan portion.
It's on your shield,
I
son.
stopped saying it. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
You gotta clean your shield every day, or your horse will get a rash. Oh, nay, I got a rash.
Well, that seems like a. Do men always clean their shield every day where you're from, sir?
Oh, we're lucky if we ever see soap.
Ah.
I speak to Jock in Elvish and tell him my name is Endil.
He just stares at you. Hello, I'm a fancy elf. I speak other languages.
I speak to him back in Elvish saying, I am speaking in my language. It's not an other language.
I continue to speak in other languages so others don't know what I'm saying. No wonder I live in a tree the whole time. Because nobody else can understand me.
I don't know if there's I bring out a pipe and some pipe weed and I light it and I offer it to him, still speaking Elvish, if he wants a smoke of Old Toby.
Now that's a language that can go by for anybody. And he picks up takes the offered pipe and sits back and smokes it.
It's probably why he's called Jock the Hungry. Smokes a lot of pipe weed.
Would you like some tea while you're here? I've got puppets that go with my voices. I've been making puppets from the wool from the sheep. I have a dwarf puppet and an elf puppet.
I laugh at his puppets.
Cool.
I kind of go with my hands. Show me a show. I want to see a show.
I am a dwarf and I'm going to look for the gold. Look for the gold. Look for the gold. Hello, I'm an elf. I've been around for thousands of years. I found all the gold. No, I'm still gonna look for the gold. There's no gold down there. I'm gonna look for the gold. If there's none over there, what are you doing? I'm gonna look for the but there is a deep hole. Ha 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 ha.
And I laugh and clap my hands.
Well, have you been in this area long, sir?
I've been here all my life.
You must see a lot of people pass through.
When there's people passing, there's been more traffic the last few years.
Anyone of interest lately?
Not that I know of. Make an insight check.
Okay. Where's my insight?
TN 14.
got 6.
Ah, he hasn't seen anyone. He's a very, very lonely man.
We're encountering that a lot. I guess the foresight of my kindred will be no help here.
What's that do?
I don't know. It's the foresight of my kindred. I guess that's the whole rumor of the earth thing.
Anybody want tea?
No, it's not.
I shake my hand. No. I'm going to try to use the speakers to the sheep. Go and talk to the sheep and see if the sheep has seen anyone else other than their master.
Their master.
So a lot of times you either like as the game master, you could either have me roll against riddle or something like that, or
the sheep tell you that not too long ago a building appeared nearby, and the 3 brothers went in, and only the one brother came out, and then the building disappeared.
So the brother that's with us currently.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else know Elvish?
Don't I?
That's it. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Does anyone know? I guess we don't know if we know Dwarvish or anything like that. Correct.
You can all communicate with each other through common, but you'd have to have a story in your backstory, reason in your backstory to know another language.
All right. So if I know that Loreth knows Elven, I tell her what the sheep told me about. It sounds like to me this person may have left his brothers in a home that disappeared. Whether he left them for good or he killed them or the sheep were unclear.
Make a lore roll. TN 14.
All right.
I can't roll with my left hand. Just feels wrong.
27 with 2 Tengus.
Nice.
Nice.
You got a Gandalf, so good job.
And also 14 with Tango on top of that.
When you were in in Roscovo, you heard the woodman telling stories of a great hall that appears in the middle of the woods, and when anybody who enters it disappears, and then the hall disappears, and the people who go in are never seen again.
All right, I asked Jock the Hungry if he's ever heard of the legend, if he can show us to where this is this a total lie or a story kind of thing. I start speaking in common to him. Tell us.
He finally speaks my language. Besides pipeweed.
Yes, I says. Can you tell me if you have heard of the Great Hall that it appears and disappears in this area? Have you ever heard of it? Is it just a tale to scare children?
Just a story to scare children. Is there a witch and a gingerbread house in it? Make an insight check.
Um, 14 with a Tengu.
He is getting very nervous, and he's heading over to his kitchen counter where he's reaching into a drawer.
Steady now, sir.
I think I'll have that tea, Jock.
Ah, very good, very good. He closes the drawer and serves up the tea.
All right. I don't drink it.
You do not drink it?
No.
Nope.
I pretend to sip, but I don't.
And I tell him, I just tell him a tale, you know. I tell him some rhymes of lore.
And he keeps waiting expectantly and getting frustrated the longer he waits.
Yeah, I figure he wants us to drink the tea, so.
Well.
Then he says, "Excuse me, I think I need to turn off the fire that I have going over in the kitchen." And he goes on over and opens that drawer again.
Let's go.
Yeah. We'll leave him.
Make an awareness task.
Gladly.
I'm pretty confident he murdered his brothers or left his brothers for dead or something. 18.
He has pulled out a very nasty looking knife. Do you have enemy lore?
Just old lore.
Shadow lore.
Shadow lore will do it.
Okay.
This is a Mordor blade.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. That's 8. I have 14 with the Tengu.
You do not see it. You see him pulling out what looks like a knife, but you don't see the full scope of it.
I tell everybody else that he has he just pulled out a blade from Mordor from that drawer. Be wary, be on your guard. This man may have sacrificed his brothers to gain this instrument. Haven't you, Jock?
No.
Where's Thomas and Jockette?
They didn't leave they were chosen to be sacrificed in the hall. I was chosen to make sure that troublemakers did not interfere with the migration. And he raises the Mordor blade on you.
All right. I try to parry his thrust or whatever if he's trying to fight, but we'll go into combat with him, I guess.
Yep. You guys can choose your stances.
We're in a house, right?
You're in a house.
Can I still use my bow?
Nope.
Well, then.
Oh, I didn't know we were in a house. I thought we were outside for some
you went
reason.
into his house.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I was feeding the cat, so.
Mm-hmm.
I will take open stance.
Open stance.
I'll be defensive.
Okay.
Defensive.
I'm going to go defensive as well this time.
Okay. So, Lorith, you're first.
Well, I have shadow lore. I might know that sword.
When you see it raised up there, you recognize what it is, yes.
Okay.
But when he was pulling it out of the drawer, you didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I get that. Alright, that's not bad. Alright. Come on, baby. Alright. It is 17 with the Tengu.
17 with the Tengu. That is going to hit. Damage plus body.
That is 15.
15, okay. That brings us to Ella Brimborn.
All right. I am gonna. Is there such thing as like non-lethal damage or no?
Yeah, sure. It's your dagger.
Right,
it's your dagger weapon thing. Is also your unarmed.
Well, you want to keep him for questioning?
I have to pummel him.
Or you can hit him with the flat side of the blade. That's fine too.
Okay, I'll whack him with the
As far as
sword.
I'm concerned, he's an enemy. one of the shadow. He's a friend of the shadow. He's no friend of mine.
That's a 25, and that would be 17 damage.
17 damage. He looks in really, really bad shape at this point.
Non-lethal. I'm just trying to knock him
Right.
unconscious.
He's rocking on his legs. That brings us to Thor.
All right. I'll smack him with the blunt end of. And Tengu for. What's that? 10, 18, 23 with the Tengu.
Oh, yeah.
10 damage.
10 damage. He's unconscious.
I tell everyone I have a fear that he's corrupted by the shadow, and obviously has gone mad, and maybe he can be changed or uncorrupted.
Perhaps, but that's a deep hole he's crawling out of, having sacrificed his family, and who knows how many other souls. Take the blade from him. We must tie him up.
All right. Do I know from Shadow Lore? Do I know the proper way of handling a Morgoth blade without getting tainted or
Yeah, pretty
damaged?
much. Yeah. You know how to handle the Morgul blade.
Like, is it you wrap it in leather or something like that or whatever?
Right.
All right. And then I'll store it away in my pack, and then anyone really good at tying knots and gagging this guy? Or what is the consensus believe? Do you think he should serve the punishment of death, Lorth? He lied.
It would have eased my soul to have him die in battle, but
You see my reasoning? I was concerned that
yeah,
he's corrupted by the shadow, and
he quite clearly is.
he was just a simple herdsman, and I kind of look at him as someone much as Legolavin, a simple grandmother baker being taken over.
Let's search this place and see if there are any other artifacts of evil.
You go throughout the entire place. You find several bags in the kitchen next to the teas that are obviously poisonous. Very strong poisons. That's about the extent of what you find.
Oh, we have to get rid of that. How can we get rid
Yeah, I was going to say same thing.
You can burn it.
okay. We'll do that. We'll burn the poisons. We'll bind his wounds. We'll leave a cup of.
Can we try to heal? Can we try to heal him?
He
Can we
didn't
use
take any
healing on him?
wounds. He didn't take any wounds. He'll
Oh,
wake
Yeah.
up in about half hour.
It won't help him to, like, whatever. I don't know, mentally heal him. I don't know.
Make a.
Do I know anything, like, from Shadow Lore?
From Shadow Lore?
How I can help this guy, or do I think he's
Something
lost?
he has experienced something very dreadful and very powerful that chose him, so it has pretty much dominated him and flushed out what he was.
All right.
But if we take the blade and all the evil stuff,
He will do what he can to serve his master in another way.
Yeah, so we tell each other all that. What is everyone's feeling now? Destroy him?
Yeah.
Now that I know that he can't be saved.
Yes.
I mean, the only reason I kept him alive was he's just another orc to me at this point. I think by releasing his
I agree.
yoke from his true master and relieve him of his suffering is
Can have peace.
the only way we can free his spirit so that he can actually become free again.
Can I consult my cultural calling somehow here before we do this?
Sure. What
We'll make the new guy. We'll make the new guy in the group do
I
it.
don't know.
It's initiation.
How about lore? How about during the day? I want to roll.
Can't dirty the prince's hands.
For when dealing with because my feeling is actually that you can never, you shouldn't give up hope. Because a cure. So can I see what comes to mind?
Sure.
Can I roll that? Okay.
Go for it. Give it to you at 16.
I'm not gonna make it.
I think tea is a drink that's best served hot.
Powerful
Especially
magic
when you're
has
sleepy.
done this to him. It's going to take some kind of powerful magic to undo this,
We could have given him the tea.
and that there's no guarantee that it will succeed.
Well, we probably still have tea in our
depending on how much
cups.
damage has been done.
Yeah.
Yeah. This. I understand your will, but I don't feel we can do this. I think instead we should perhaps we can call for Radagast.
I learned from Ash how to do
Ask
beer
him.
bongs, so we could probably do one for Jock here.
No.
With tea.
should call for Radagast and see if he can try to effect a cure. However this man's soul is given over to evil, he didn't call it to him, it called him.
Lorith is trying to determine if she can save him.
Yeah. She's saying that you should get Radagast to try to
Yeah, we should tie him up,
exorcise him.
take all the evil, see to the sheep's foods, and send a messenger to Radagast and ask for his counsel and help on this matter, because there's still a chance that he could be saved, and it's not up to us to decide life and death after the battle is over. If it was one of your brothers, wouldn't you wish the same for him? However evil he had become.
Did you guys hear that?
Did we drop?
Hello? Can anybody hear us? 1, 2, 3.
You better check the stream too.
1, 2, 3.
They didn't hear when they were talking. Hello? Shite.
Let's go with the voice in there. Input audio. Input device.
I can hear you, Steve. You
1,
hear anyone
2,
else?
3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
What happened there?
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can
Okay.
hear you.
Mary, one more time.
Okay. Lorith is saying we cannot do this. I understand your reasoning, but once the battle is over, it's not up to us to choose who lives and dies. This poor creature, however evil he has fallen, still has hope of a cure, and whatever was drawn to him, we don't know that how long he fought it. He has done great evils and would surely do more if left, but I feel we must tie him. We should call for Radagast and see if his magic, if he can effect a cure. And if he cannot, then then he is better off to judge what should be done than we. And so I believe we should tie him up, give him some, leave nourishment to hand that's easy to get to, care for the sheep, and send a messenger quick to Radagast. If it was your brother who had fallen to evil, wouldn't you hope that somebody would still try and rescue his tortured soul?
I know, it sounds good.
Can they hear?
Did you guys hear that?
I don't know if they can hear us or not.
No.
Can you guys?
Something's going on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why did everything go?
Check the connection here. Well, it should be. It's got to be on because it's red. So.
I can hear you now.
3. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you guys now.
Okay, you couldn't hear us before?
No, we missed
We
Mary.
were missing like this awesome monologue.
awesome
We would hear like one
dialogue.
word every once in a while.
All right, Mary, with third time's the charm.
I'm just gonna say it straight. Loreth doesn't want to do it because it's wrong. Because you can't choose the time. You can't choose the time of death of people after the battle is over. It's the guy's worth saving. We need to tie him up. We need to take care of the sheep so that they don't starve in the meantime. Send a messenger to Radagast who might be able to heal him. Because it's too late. If he had died in battle, it would be fine. But now it would be just as wrong for us to kill him. There's still hope for a cure, and we have to keep that hope for everyone.
Well, I think if we let his sheep loose in this grass, that they'll be fine.
Yes.
I can ask a bird to go talk to
That's what I
Radagast,
thought.
but I mean,
Yes.
what are we gonna do with this guy? We're just gonna leave him tied up, or?
I think we must. We can leave him tied so that he will have a hard time getting out, but so that he could access some nourishment onto the.
We can leave him just like a big tub of water that he feeds his sheep from, and food.
Yes, and hopefully, and that if something takes him, then so be it. But we will. We need not kill him when there's still hope for his cure, and I think that it's possible that there is. We've removed the evil things from his house, and perhaps you could say a blessing on his house to call the good towards it, and if Radagast comes and aids him, he owes us a favor. I think he would think that. At least he.
No, that was
I'm
my
trying
thought
to
of.
decide I'm trying to decide whether my character would when we leave would turn around and go back and kill him.
My thought was to save him at first, and then, that was my thought from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm a pretty practical guy, and
Save him at first, but now that I feel that he can't be saved,
right.
But I'm not going to kill him outright in front of Loreth or anything at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of, whether I would, like have a private.
Unless you're sure he can't be saved, where would you get such surety? We've seen so many. Look, even the Shade, who was chained to a greater evil, she was able to be saved once we unbound her chain. We've taken the tools of the dark from him, and we've taken the
Well, how about
poison
we
and
take him?
destroyed it.
Yeah, I think what if we take him with us?
Oh,
I think that would be.
bad idea.
That I don't think so. I think that would just draw more evil to us. We have a mission,
All right.
and we can't lay that aside for this.
But he will also be.
Get down.
He will also be a voice that can tell the shadow where we've gone.
Which is why I would, feel, I respect Laura
He
and
doesn't
everything
know,
she
though.
said,
He doesn't
but
know
I'm a
we've-
practical guy, and I would maybe with, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I might
He
contemplate.
won't know where we've gone. He'll know that we've come this way, but we didn't even give him all our names. We didn't give him the name of our company.
No,
We didn't tell him our business, and he doesn't know where we are going. And he's asleep. We can.
Well, then let's head off in a false direction and then change our path.
Okay, we set up all that stuff that we were gonna set up, and you'll send a messenger to Radagast and tell him where it is, and we'll leave some identifying mark on the door for Radagast. A rune, an elvish rune.
Yeah, all right, Mela.
At the very least, it'll piss off his Shadow Master, right?
Right.
And some poor sheep will live tonight, that would have died otherwise.
I would write the ruin for Shadow on the door. Day.
I'm okay to maim a leg.
Well, you got the tools for that.
Yeah.
He may in fact perish in the before help comes to him. But if so, that's something he's earned. But just as with that creature, you may know that it's harmful, but who's to strike before the harm is done? There we go. That's my monologue. That's it. Yeah. All right. By the way, rumors of the earth is one of my virtues. Foresight of my kindred is a cultural blessing.
Okay.
Every now and
Does
then.
anybody have anything that can knock him out for like 24 hours?
That would be a heal roll for using your medicine to create something like that.
Okay, I'll do that. At least that'll buy us 24 hours.
Okay, make a heal check.
Can I try that too? I have healing.
Sure.
I have it too.
Nope.
Yeah, that should be good. I
think it's warm sheep milk is what.
I got a 20. I got a 20.
It's not warm sheep milk.
I just got a 10. I guess that's not gonna do it.
No.
But he got a
No.
2. So
I got a
20
20 though.
it works. And
I
he
got a
goes
5.
to sleep.
good. And when he wakes
You
up,
can only use this foresight of your kindred once per adventuring phase.
Okay. I have
All
it
rangers
listed.
in order to add this onto your sheet. You are foresighted. A sense of watchfulness and of fear may at times arise in you to warn you of a danger that has not yet come to pass.
I mean, I have used it, but not in this section, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Rumor of the Earth I can do once per day.
Yeah.
So, I don't always do it, but I can. Yeah, so he's taken care of, and now we know the truth of that legend. So if we see a big friggin' hall up here, don't go inside.
Nope.
Good advice.
Alright, so you travel on. And I search for the icon for Ceawin. There he is. Who did I cast as Ceawin? I don't remember. It's been so long. Okay, a generic guy. Here's Ceawin. Greetings, my friends. Thank you for coming at our moment of need. And as you notice, as you're in Sunsteed, it's usually a very warm place, and this is summer, and it should be very humid and very warm in this area. Mm-hmm. Instead, there is a lingering chill, and the leaves have turned already in this area.
I'm sure I remember whitishness.
Yeah, has the white been a curse on your crops and your village here?
Yes, indeed. It has created much concern, and so much so that the people are considering leaving our settlement.
Well, hopefully we're not too late. We bring a peace offering for the white, crafted in the halls of Erebor by the finest dwarven smiths.
May I see it?
I think, is Thror carrying it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I'll go ahead and give my greetings and present the gift.
Okay. It is even more beautiful than I possibly imagined. Thank you so much for creating this.
My kin and the Erebor were pleased to craft such a helm for you. We hope that this brings you good fortune and demonstrates our commitment to you.
So let us find out if it works. Let us go and find out the truth. Will you go with me to place the gifts?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I say, Grimbald, see, you want to see a white. Here we go.
Wow. A whole new level of experience for me.
Bolster your will. Does anybody have a heartening laugh or anything like that before we go? Might be a good idea.
Wrong game there.
Yeah, well, or a song, a song of strength of will, whatever, something like that. Something to bolster. I have strength of will, but when you see a white, it could be problematic if you don't.
Oh.
I can sing my song of creation. I don't know if that's going to help.
How about song of courage? You have a song of courage?
No.
Even a high
I'm sure we've got some strong whiskey.
I got some good. Yeah, I got some Hobbit songs or whatever.
He's got pipe weed.
Well,
Got that.
I gave up smoking and took up boating instead, so I don't smoke anymore.
Okay. So you are going to go on your quest. He asks you to enter the wood with him. Few of his other warriors are brave enough to enter the shadow of the trees these days. The journey into the forest is a short one. Snow tumbles from laden branches, and the bare trees resemble leering skeletons or clutching fingers. Patches of ice seem placed with deliberate malice. After half an hour's walk, you find one of the barrows of old, and Ceawin sweeps away some snow to reveal that the mound is covered in evermind flowers, which were traditionally planted on the graves of the kings of old. The entrance to the tomb is a small gap between the roots of an oak tree. Ceawin lights a torch, takes the helm, and climbs down alone.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you see.
Can we follow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I will
He
follow.
turns it to you as you follow and says, "This is my duty as leader. Stay here in case something happens."
Good luck.
Very well. We put our trust in you.
You hear his voice, but it is very distant, as though he were many miles under the earth.
That's typical white.
He asks for the honored dead of the north to bless his people, and he thanks them for the fertile land they carve from the forest. And I offer you this helm as a gift. And suddenly the air grows intensely cold, and a sepulchral voice speaks in answer. Cold be hand, and heart and bone, and cold be sleep under stone, never more to wake on stony bed, never till the sun fails and the moon is dead. Terror strikes you all. Everybody make a fear test immediately.
I have strength.
Okay, so you can declare that and make that an automatic success. Everybody else, roll your valor.
Fine. I got a 20.
You're successful.
So valor is just you add that to what?
You roll your d12 and add a number of d6s equal to your valor score.
Got it. Thank you. That's not good. 2 1s. 8.
I got a 21.
8.
8. You cannot spend hope while you are.
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sorry.
barrel.
10. 11. 11. I'm sorry. It was a 9. My
You
bad.
cannot spend hope while you are in the barrel.
Okay.
Ooh.
All of Ceawin's guards turn and flee.
Where are you going? We're going this way.
What do you do?
We head towards Ceawin.
Okay.
Yep, I'll go in.
Mm-hmm.
Move your characters.
I have my bow drawn.
Move me.
I did.
I'll move in.
I moved you in, and I'll show you what you see.
I wonder what I see.
Take a look, Mayor.
Oh.
There's a little baby Elebrimborn down here.
Oops.
Mini.
It's actually, I'm trying to put myself over the.
It's mini-me!
It's actually right.
I'm not
Elebrimborn is the face of the
You
of
see
the white. I've been
white,
fooling you the
and
whole
here's
time.
Ceawin, and here's you guys.
Okay.
You enter the dark barrel, lit only by Ceawin's guttering dropped torch. And you dimly make out a figure lying on a stone bier. Looming over the bier is a bony shadow, a wood wight. And the wight has the helm of the dead clutched in its cold fingers. And it's about to place it on Ceawin's head.
You have your prize. Now make the deal. Or you will be forced from your barrel.
It ignores you and begins to reach the towards Ceawin. You are in initiative.
I shoot it.
All right, you get opening volley since it's not fighting back.
And I'm gonna
Can I rush forward?
And I'm gonna
I'll rush forward.
Yep. Opening volley,
try it.
fire.
First arrow is a 14.
14.
Second arrow, I'm going to do a called shot. And I miss because I didn't get a Tengu. So 2 arrows miss it.
Seems to go through it.
I will go. I'm gonna go
One
forward.
of them actually ricochets off of the helm itself.
Oh, yeah. I can still be in forward stance. I can make my first one in opening volley, right?
Yes.
I mean, but that's not in initiative. That's just.
Nope, that's an opening volley.
Okay, I'm gonna use the opening volley. I'm gonna use my Numenorian arrow.
What's that do?
I don't know. You tell me. It's a reward. Remember?
Use one of our dice.
Fellowship.
Numenorian. Rangers. That's another nice thing about the companion is it's got all the cultures together.
Yeah.
100.
Can't remember what it's like.
Heirloom, star, Numenorian arrows. Adventuring arrows. You still have a number of Numenorian arrows equal to your valor.
Yeah.
When attacked with using a bow, you may declare that you're using one of them. If you hit your adversary, he will lose an additional number of endurance points equal to your valor. Moreover, he will miss his next attack unless he spends a point of hate.
Okay. I'm using the Numenorian arrows. And I got a Gandalf.
Yes.
Start with.
Nice.
Sweet.
And 16 with 2 Tengus. Oh, sorry. 14
Wow.
with 2 Tengus.
14 with 2 Tengus.
Well, no, it's 16 because it's 12 and 4. Yeah. 16 with 2 Tengus. Plus the Gandalf.
So you get edge too on that.
I do. Oh, because I got a Gandalf on it, huh?
Yeah, you get edge because of the Gandalf.
Okay. So
And 2 Tengus, so
yeah.
it's a sick amount of damage.
So, alright, he'll make a armor test. 4D. He rolls a Gandalf, which is a failure, so he takes a
Yes.
Okay.
And it
What
takes
else?
damage, plus how many Tengus did you get?
2.
It's 2 times your body, plus your damage,
And plus edge.
plus your valor.
Plus edge.
No, your edge was for the wound.
Okay. Alright. What's the injury then?
That is what he had to roll under, but
Okay.
he
Yeah,
automatically
I got it.
failed.
Okay, so damage plus 2 times my body.
Mm-hmm. Plus your valor.
Right. So 16 and 7. It's 23 plus 24, 25, 26.
26. That takes away over half of his hit points.
Nice
Wow.
job.
Nice job.
Yeah, plus his next turn.
He misses his attack.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he's not going for an attack.
Yeah, I know. He's going to deal with what's his.
Ceawin.
Yeah.
Alright, so stances.
That was just our opening volley.
That was your opening volley. It was one hell of an opening volley.
Forward stance.
No, I'm gonna go forward.
Forward.
Yeah, I'll go forward too.
Everybody
Draw them.
is going forward. Bold adventurers. Who has the highest wits?
Lowest.
3.
3.
2.
You go first.
I got a 5.
Ella Brimborn first, Laura second. Oh, you have 5?
For wits, yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's
Damn.
Damn.
yeah. Thor goes first.
I mean, I got
Alright.
favored, but you know, that's
Thor, Dragon Slayer.
So I was going
and
to
Smart Guy. And all
I
of
was
it Smart
going
Guy.
to crush the helm.
Prince.
You're gonna crush the helm.
Yeah. He's trying to put the evil helm on.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to crush the evil helm.
Okay, we'll call this a called shot.
Okay.
feel free to use some.
Yeah, feel free to
Yeah,
use the
fellowship.
last point of hope.
What?
The last point of hope you have.
I mean,
I'm okay.
in our
I'll let you
Yeah,
guys.
it's last
I'll let you
fellowship
guys
hope.
use it.
point fellowship.
I got a 29 and a Tengu.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Did you use the fellowship point?
No, I did.
Okay, 29. Did you get a Tengu?
He said yes.
Yep.
You succeed on the called shot, and you shatter the
Evil home.
evil helm,
Now he's gonna attack us, I
which
think.
is something that changes a major course in the course of this campaign. That was a campaign-changing move.
Nice.
Nice job.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Prince Thor. Prince Thor.
I've never been so happy as when
I can just hear the tinging of the helmet as it
Best one I could.
flies all over.
Yeah. All right, that was Thor. So,
The
Laura,
sound. It was the sound heard round the world.
Yeah.
all
Okay.
through Mirkwood.
Alright. I sweep out my longsword and go to town on his ass. That's a 9. 17. Come on. 20.
20, that hits.
No Tengu.
What's the damage?
I'm at edges. No, by that by 1 for that. The damage is 7.
7?
Yep.
Okay. That was you. So that brings us to Ella Brimborn.
Ella Brimborn, 2 hands his longsword, and he gets a 20 to hit, and he does 13 damage.
Nice.
13 damage. Sweet. All right, Grimbald.
Okay.
Oops.
That's not gonna help. Gandalf.
Nice.
Automatic success.
So, yeah, no Tengus, but did get the Gandalf, and that means I'm going to go into Battle Fury once again.
Okay.
So another shadow for me.
Berserker, berserker.
How many points of damage does your weapon do?
So that's so it's just straight damage because I got no Tengus, so it's 5.
How do you want to
But
do
you got
it?
edge. You got edge with the
Oh, you got
Gandalf,
edge.
right?
Oh, I got edge. That's correct. Good point. 10. Sorry.
So that's with that, and
I believe he'll go in a puff of smoke and we'll hear it.
So he would have to do another wound test to see if he gets
Yes.
another wound.
4 points of armor.
Oh, it's gonna go beyond that.
9, 14.
What's your injury number?
4.
16.
Yeah, so he's got to beat a 16 or he
got a
takes another
21.
wound.
But he still did enough damage to destroy him. So tell
Wow.
me what happens.
Sweet.
So in all my anger, I've only been with this company for a very short. They've been nothing but so a lot of my anger has been putting my weapon. I do an overhand blow, and it seems like as I'm passing through, it doesn't really have. But at one point, there seems to take some kind of purchase, and once I do, then it's instantaneous, and the thing goes up in a puff of smoke, and my blade goes wildly through.
Excellent.
Wow.
And as you do that, you hear a rumbling, and the barrel begins to collapse upon itself.
I grabbed Selduin.
You grab Selduin?
Yeah.
Then what?
We're going to get out of here.
Okay, everybody's running out of there.
Yes.
Somebody grab the good helm.
There is no good helm. There was only the helm that you brought that was
That
destroyed.
evil. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody roll a 12-sided die. Your feet die.
I was thinking of looking for treasure first, but nope.
2.
7.
3.
That's how many
Got
hit
it,
points you lose
Oh,
from
that worked
debris
out.
falling on your head.
Ouch.
That's alright.
Fine.
I'm more worried about.
Nobody got a Eye of Sauron symbol?
no.
Nope.
Okay. As you're running through this area, you all feel dead hands clutching from the walls, exposed from the fallen rocks, reaching out to grab you and pull you back, to drag you down into their grave. And as you pull yourselves back up into the dim light, the barrel collapses, and the helm is lost forever.
The evil helm, right?
Or
Let's
is
make
it?
Well,
clear.
it was just one helm. Yeah.
It was just one helm.
Is there any other like gold or silver or anything in there in the mound? Because we've got to spread. We need to spread the mound out flat, and anything that's in it.
You want to
That's
completely
free.
excavate it? The whole thing is collapsed deep into the ground.
No, we don't want to fucking excavate it, but
Leave the dead lie.
There's nothing lying around there.
Okay.
Yeah, leave the dead lie with their treasure.
Well, taking their treasure away is how we keep them from coming out again. But we've done it before. See to Ceawin.
Ceawin turns to you and
Ceawin.
says, "You saved my life in there."
That's what
Yes.
we do.
Yes, we did.
You were beyond brave, but he was an evil foe committed to keeping evil. And he's lost.
As a sign of my appreciation for this, I am going to give you each a parcel of land here in Sunstead that you can use to build a farm.
Sweet.
You now all have a holding.
Mm.
Ooh.
I really don't do a farm, but I'll do a trading post.
You can build a trading post.
Okay, we'll do a trading post.
So let's go to the page on holdings so that you can see how this works.
You're trying to make us settle down and be settlers.
Nope, I'm trying to give you something to fight for.
Well, like.
Well, we're gonna have a far. I already got a holding in the Easterly Inn, so
That's true.
I'm gonna get a holding in the. We're gonna have a far Easterly Inn.
Rules for
Always
holdings.
thinking of an inn. Isn't that like an
Mary, who says this? He lives in an oak wood and has a great wooden house, and as a man he keeps cattle and horses.
kind of
Okay, about?
family?
Cool. Okay, you gain things.
Come on, that's easy.
There are holding tables. Let's see. Holding represents the hero's main occupation when he's not adventuring. Bag End might be considered part of a holding belonging to Bilbo and later Frodo. Sam's gardening job there would also be a holding of less value. There are many ways for a hero to come into possession of one. La la la. Rating. The value of a holding is measured in gaming terms by a numerical rating ranging from 4 to 9. This value is comparable to a target number for an action in the sense that a low number is preferable to a high number. A poor farm on a rocky hillside will have a rating of 9. A rich farm in the fertile Anduin Valley will have a rating of 6. Already go. Holding is a bit of a standing. While it is limited by your hero's valor score, if it's located anywhere else, whatever. A character who owns a holding may profit from having a matching specialty. An innkeeper could learn cooking, a hunter beast lore, and so on. The Monday's affairs of running a business, planting crops, mining ore, forging tools, and so on can be ignored. It's assumed the character has the requisite skills or can employ someone who does. You determine how a holding may change over the course of the years and what fruit it does. So at the end of the year, you all roll a feat die, and if the roll is equal to or less than the holding's rating, then the holding produces just enough wealth to keep your standard of living. If it's greater than the rating, then you do not only attain your appropriate standard of living, but the holding is a property capable of producing wealth, such as an inn or tracts of land, and earns you treasure equal to the difference between the roll and the rating. If you get a Gandalf, good fortune strikes you. You gain no extra treasure, but prosper in some other way. A sick child recovers, old feud settled, la la la. You get a Sauron, then the holding suffers some disaster or misfortune. If you don't take action in your next fellowship phase, the holding may be destroyed.
Yeah, I hope you don't expect us to remember all that.
Nope, I do
time
not.
that it's around.
And a fellowship phase, you can do an activity called Tend to Your Holding. where you spend the end of the year tending to your holding by choosing this undertake. If you do so, you may roll the feat die twice and choose the best result when determining the conditions of your property. If you possess an appropriate specialty, you gain an appropriate advancement point.
Sunsteed got any lakes or rivers nearby?
Sunsteed?
Elebrimborn.
Come here, let me show you on the map, Mayor.
Elebrimborn wants to grow trees. He wants to grow a glen of trees. Since this area is devoid of trees, it's only grass.
You can grow trees. It is a clearing in the forest, Mayor.
So no.
No.
Maybe streams, but not streams big enough for boating.
No, there are...
That's all you had to say.
Oh, no, there's a river. There's a little lake. I'm trying to see what it's called, but I do not see what it's called. Let me see if I can see it on this map.
It's just because I have boating, and so it would be fun to... We'll see. I'll think about what I'm going to do with it.
A path exits onto here, but on this map I don't see any water. And that's the game map, so. So no water. It's mostly intended for farming land, but if you want to do something like a trading post, you can definitely do that. If you want to do a restaurant, you can do a restaurant. If you want to do a blacksmith shop, you can do a blacksmith shop.
I was actually thinking of maybe a little cabin out of which I can do weapon repair and maybe perhaps give my father a place to go that would be a sanctuary for him.
Yeah. So we will end the game at this point, since this is a good stopping point, because you are going to go into a fellowship phase next. You have gone through the year's adventure. There will be several more adventures the next year. They're not going to all be this one adventure like light type of year.
Yeah.
So go through there,
Wait,
add up your points.
By a troll. Okay,
I give you all 4 XP for completing this adventure. And with 1 XP for playing the session, 1 XP for if you do a journal entry.
Oh.
So we got 5 XP, possibly plus.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Garrett, that we broke your game.
You didn't break the game at all.
Well, Thror broke it. No, I didn't.
It was very difficult to stop this from happening, but the campaign takes consideration into both ways.
Cool.
Huh? Good.
Like all well-written campaigns do. The next session will be November 10th. Wait, no, the 3rd. First of the month. First Saturday of the month.
Oh, okay. You're a mess.
Okay.
Yeah, so Grimbold, now you've it's gonna be your first fellowship phase.
That's right.
So we'll go over those rules in there. I take a lot of consideration and liberty in giving you permission to take the narrative and telling in detail what you do, how
he likes
things
us to
affect.
do interludes.
I like you to tell the story.
Okay.
About your downtime and why you make the decisions that you make and the people that you meet during
make that a journal. Make that a journal entry on the.
You can do that, or you can just have a few notes jotted down, and when we come back when we do the fellowship, I will go around the horn, and everybody will have a turn to control the narrative of describing what they did in their non-adventuring time.
Sounds good.
But your journal entry could be whatever. Surprise us. You don't have to do what we're doing.
Oh, good.
Right, Garrett?
Okay. Excellent. Perfect.
Right, Garrett? He can do whatever he wants, right?
You can do whatever you want. With the journal entries, you can write flashbacks to things that happened to you before you even met up with these people.
Yeah.
You
Fantastic.
can write dream journals if you want to write dream journals.
Good. Now you're talking.
So you can do whatever you want with the journals, as long as it gives me, when I read this, something to see in your about your character and spark some subplot that I can sneak in about your character.
Right, of course. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'll do something. No
Excellent.
doubt. Excellent. That's great.
So everybody, thank you for tuning in to
Thank you,
the Company
Garrett.
of
That
the
was
Whiskey
great.
Drinking Bear.
Really enjoying it. That was fun.
Thank you. And we will stop recording the podcast at this point, and we will talk a little bit after we stop.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Follow me, Padme's